chicks, thick thighs, white hips. He couldn't fit the pipe, tipping, try spitting 16 when he's eyewitness to the whole thing. You couldn't beat me if I'm free and you got 5 written. 5 bitches, I'm off to the big leagues, but I won't forget the people that stay with me. We all on the come up, my team, I'm my brother. We making thumpers, some downers and uppers. Come round if you wanna, the sound it will stun in addition to sum up. No, you can't sit with us, goal is $1 million. We won't take less of 500 for me and 500 for Trevor. Weather the weather, but I believe we the king of the jingle. Rap game Chris Kringle, Grinch on the beat has got you feeling tingles. My freestyle is better than most of y'all singles. Sorry there weren't any hooks on this Freestyle Friday, but I just felt like snapping. Anyways, hashtag Freestyle Friday.
Woo, now we're live and people can hear us. Woo! What? I said now we're live and people can hear us. Woo!
Whispers, whispers,
God damn.
whispers, 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 whispers.
Oh, I almost got caught up in that. Hello and welcome, as always, your friend I'm Master Peter. Welcome to our holiday special for the Questa. Rachel's the DM. We have all the 5 players. Dom was on layaway last week, and he finally got delivered and paid off. So he is here today.
There was some really great Cyber Monday deals. Did you know that Amazon was doing free delivery? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I told him to use Klarna. We get him on the first easy payment out of 4, but you know.
And someone at this table may get fireball. We don't know. But I'll let
Probably me.
Dungeon Master take it away.
All right. Hi, welcome back, guys.
Hello.
Hi. Well,
Hello.
Awesome, awesome. Ready to get back into our festivities.
yeah.
Where we left off, you guys had some fun times finishing up school, trying to figure out who everybody was, trying to get the group together, getting around some of the Sandman's little bylaws.
Not the bylaws.
Yeah.
Bayous.
You guys were heading into the Yuletide Fair that was being hosted by Duncan's parents. But it is also around this time when you guys noticed that there were children who weren't showing up for class. And a lot of the parents, or a lot of the teachers, sorry, a lot of the adults, not parents, the adults, the teachers, either didn't notice or didn't seem to mind. It was almost like they were skipping over their names when they did roll call. Harley tried breaking into the attendance program and fixing it, and you realized that you could fix it, which meant that the teachers had the ability to mark them absent and just didn't. You guys knew that Duncan was one of the children that hadn't been showing up for class. So you decided to go to his house and check on him to make sure, wherein you were greeted by his mother, who told you that Duncan was very ill and hadn't been out of his room for almost a week, and that his father was away on a trip back to Norway to retrieve one of his traditional honored straw goats, which Eugene knew to be a lie, because he knew that all the straw goats came, because that was something that Duncan had showed him when they first met as children.
Why is everyone lying to me?
It's a failing that Eugene
It's because I'm ginger, right?
Spirit of the season.
Spirit of the season.
They knew the kid you were going to become.
So,
Damn.
so I'm making up some canon right now. Everyone lies to Eugene. But Motts hates when people lie to him. And I think it's because Motts is actually Eugene's child in some alternate timeline.
Grandchild.
Godchild. Eugene.
And Eugene grew up having everyone lie to him, thinking that was the thing to do. So Eugene lies to everybody, which created a system of distrust between Eugene and his child Motts. And Motts then went off on a rampage to make sure that nobody lied to him ever.
If only you knew Mazel Tov's backstory. But you know, let's go with that for now.
I created the canon
Mazel
on
tov
Dungeon
for
Master.
Eugene
Until Peter takes
Scanlon.
over this chair, that is the truth.
I'm just happy that Mazel Tov has put a very prominent impression on everyone.
He's
Honestly-
put something on me.
Honestly, I was very upset when you took him off to be killed, because I think Philomena was having a grand time keeping that little goblin in check. I think Philomena enjoyed that a lot.
It was having...
To be fair, from Mott's perspective, he got bullied the hell out of that goddamn group.
Yeah.
More than once.
Yep.
Yeah. What? Okay, but you can't expect Philomena not to bully someone who acts that way, okay?
There's a difference between like being like like friendly bullying like with your friends and everything like like when I do with Dom. Yeah. I didn't kidnap anyone. I brought him to a safer location against their will. There's a difference.
So that is called kidnapping.
No, that's called advancing the plot.
Look, I'm with Motts, especially as the DM from when he was originated. However, he did just fully kidnap somebody.
I got shit done.
I'm not gonna say you didn't.
Which is why you needed to stay. The bullying would have toned down.
Yeah, but
we were a new group. We were learning the boundaries.
The last 3 of them was like I think the straw for him. Of I'm gonna channel all my power to do this one thing and have someone go no.
Counterspell.
Oh, okay, just
Wait,
like that.
Who counterspelled
Sweet.
you again?
Yesly.
Yesly, got it. I forgot.
Like okay, well nope, and then everything else, and I was like okay, fuck this, he's gone.
But like, remind me what you were using all of your energy to do.
It was, I think,
weren't you pulling
a
something from our
fae
backstory?
or something.
Because you were pulling someone from me and Yesley's backstory.
Yeah.
Right? Like the brother or something?
I was pulling someone. It had to do with like you guys and everything.
Because like I remember it being like a joke thing. Like we had the brother there because somebody summoned the brother. Someone summoned Faye and pulled the brother forward.
Yes.
And then Yesley dismissed the spell. And I think you were trying to bring it back, or you were trying to do something like that. So it was a
And I had to use everything I had.
Yeah. And we were all sitting here going, "You're using all of your magic for this stupid bit." Colleen, just go back and watch the episodes. It was actually really fun. I'm very sad that Motts didn't finish that game. Okay. Anyways, back on track. Sorry for all that. Okay.
I'm not.
I just want Peter to know how much I love that character.
Aw, I appreciate it.
And I was very sad not to finish that game. I made it an art. I made him an art.
You did. He finished in his own way.
That's the only character that got an art.
I know. I was very happy. That's why he's still up there.
And he will forever live on in all of our goddamn campaigns, for he is the BBEG.
Who just now sits there and goes, are they showing up?
Yeah.
Showing up. I have an appointment. I guess I can push it back to next week.
Okay. Continuing on. I will get there, guys. I promise. I'm sorry. So again, you guys went begging a chance to go see Duncan. You guys made your way up to the room, discovered the Ferris Bueller Day Off style machine that sets off recordings and causes the blankets to breathe and, all the fun shenanigans stuff. Making it appear like Duncan was indeed asleep in his bed when in fact he was not.
My goal is to get a degree in engineering.
What's the name of those machines? Where they do the one thing pulls off another, pulls off another, pulls off another. There's a name for
there.
There
is
Bruce,
a name
Bruce
for
Goldberg,
it.
Rube Goldberg style machine that Duncan had built in his room.
I was thinking mousetrap.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I knew that wasn't the name.
Yeah.
I think it's Rube Goldberg. Rube Goldberg, though. Something like that. Anyways.
Sounds like a rude guy.
That's what AI generator said.
Mm-hmm. She's very, kawaii.
Peter.
Like, little schoolgirl style.
My dice.
Okay. You guys decided to make a pass into Festivus that night from your dreams. A couple of you did. Not as a group, I believe, but a couple of you guys individually went to Festivus and checked things out. Where you were informed that Novus had indeed been seen wandering around.
Yeah, we're looking for him.
Person they knew to be Novus. They had seen. Yes, I'll tell you that.
Okay. Good talk.
Brain. So, person they knew to be Novus had been seen wandering around, mostly helping with festivity things. And then the last they had seen Novus seemed very distracted, seemed worried, and had made their way out in search of something. From talking to the elder that Novus believed that their father was there. And was asking questions about the chances of people disappearing from the mortal realm and being taken to Festivus. You were told from the leader, the matron, that as long as it was not unusual for people to wander during holidays.
No, Wanderlust.
So long as the people left behind remembered them.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
So, yeah. So as long as the people left behind remember them, that things were still okay. That it wasn't considered a lost cause until the people left behind did not remember them.
Can we get the sack man for Ramon?
The sack man.
Sack boy.
Sack boy.
The boy of sack.
I don't know what Chewie is. So.
The sack of boy.
Oh, Chewie's over here where I
Yeah.
left him last
Alright.
session.
Would you like Chewbacca?
I'm in.
Alright. He's good.
Alright.
Alright. I believe we left off with you guys heading to the fair.
I believe so too.
We-
That sounds right.
Sounds good to us.
Yeah, I had.
Because you guys
Well,
did leave Duncan's house because the mom warned you guys about the alarm system and knowing how long it
yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Don't
I-
stay too long.
I tossed the burner
I-
at somebody
oh, yeah,
and then
that's
ran.
right. Was that before or after you did Magic in public?
Damn.
Listen, man.
After yelling at me about it.
Technically, he did magic
Fight, fight,
not
fight,
in
fight,
view
fight,
of people.
fight.
Was it in plain view of people?
Trying not to be seen.
Were you seen?
Well, when you hold up a sign that says, "Hey, folks, I'm about to do magic. You want to see it?" You know, people are gonna actually like.
I'm
read
not
signs.
there anymore. I left.
I did took off running.
Burner and I left.
This could be the biggest part of this group right now is having a hard time staying together.
So who has like
It's
burner
all-
I'm
phone?
so glad you said that because that helped remind me of something that I need to remember this game.
Quite literally.
Man.
Hey, we should stick together. No, I don't think so.
You give someone a free phone and they disregard it.
Yeah, why would you disregard it?
Because it was an Android.
It was a flip phone,
was-
thank you.
Even worse.
Wasn't it canonically an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the original iPhone.
No, it's an iPhone.
Yeah.
A flip phone iPhone.
It was
It was
the
insanely advanced for a burner phone.
it was the OG iPhone. The fuck? This shit doesn't even have Siri.
You know, if we all, I guess since you're the only one I guess I'm walking with. You know, if we get the
It's a
other
flip phone. He just
two
drew it out of
redheads
it.
to hang out with us, people might think we're in a gang.
I don't want to be in a gang.
You're in one. You're on a baseball team.
That's not a gang.
Really? I'm gonna lift up my shirt to see the bruises.
That's not me.
You're part of it. The
That's
shit,
not
though.
me.
Okay.
That's two other people.
Who are
I'm
the
trying
people
to find
again?
Duncan.
Who are the people again? I think one name is Paco.
Yep, it's Paco and Venezuela.
Entire country of Venezuela.
Yep, the seniors, Paco and Venezuela. Yes, we've established that.
And yeah.
You keep bringing this up like I know them personally.
Well, it happened yesterday.
You
It's kind of like, you know, recently stuck in my
I'm gonna start
mind.
walking into the festival.
Okay, yeah.
And that's what, I mean, we're
Is that
walking
what you
and
guys are all,
talking.
okay, well, you guys were all walking and talking towards the festival.
walking and talking.
Chris, you ran away from the group, so you're ahead and they can't see you anymore.
Yeah.
Were you running to the festival or are you going somewhere else?
Well, my parents were gonna take me to the festival, so I was going home so that they can take me to the festival.
Gotcha. So you're running home.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Hey,
That's all right.
remember,
that's what I would do.
vinegar keeps you safe.
I literally don't even want to engage.
All right.
So bad at that.
For the basis of time, running home. This is a small town, but it is still a town.
Mm-hmm.
So, assuming that you go at as much of a full pace as you can to get home as quickly as possible. And you get home and your parents are getting ready to head out, and then you turn around and leave with them to go. That's still going to take about an hour.
Okay.
Because, I mean, getting home on foot is going to take some time.
Mm-hmm.
And then driving back down there. So I'm going to say about an hour. you guys are walking from Duncan's house.
Nerd.
So, and probably the same. You guys probably get there in about 45 minutes because you guys are walking towards the campground, but the campground is out of town technically. So you guys probably still get there in about an hour versus him running, up and then riding in a car back, So I'm not going to roleplay us through that.
Man, West Side
It's
is
an
so
hour-
far from us.
An hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I wouldn't have expected you guys to walk to the fair.
I don't have
to
parents.
the campground outside of town, but whatever.
Talking duck who's walking beside me, I don't have parents.
Bored.
All right.
Not the metagaming duck.
Damn duck again.
So I will say that you guys show up at the fair, and you guys reach like the parking lot area, and they've got the tickets and everything. You guys all have your school passes, because those were handed out by the teachers, because they didn't want the children to have to pay to get into the fair. The fair is, the adults that come for it. You have a school pass, but your parents are also working the fair, so you were going to get in for free anyways. But you didn't want to tell that to the kids, maybe, so you grabbed your pass so they wouldn't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your own devices there.
I have an extra in case. Believe
Well, we could
I
play a
believe her name
scavenger
is
hunt.
Mackenzie or Michaela.
Michaela.
Find the
showed up.
gingers.
Okay. All right.
No,
So you guys show up. You're hot. You're sweaty. You're a little out of breath. And as you guys are making your way up to the front entrance area, a nice, sleek, freshly washed police car rolls up and parks right at the front. And outside of the car steps Chris. And as you step out, your dad's just like, all right, well, you go ahead and head inside. I got to park this where it's visible, and then I'll meet you inside, okay?
Okay. Bye.
All right. Tell your mom to save me a turkey leg.
Okay. Oh no.
Is
Turkey
his
leg.
Got
father
it. Okay. Bye.
also ginger?
Is your father ginger?
Yeah.
Good care.
So the whole town's ginger. Cool.
No, it's still
It's
just
ginger
the
field.
5 kids
You haven't met my mom. You don't
and
know.
his dad.
All right. So yeah. So Chris steps out of the police car.
I'm not one of the
He's
kids.
fresh. He's been in an air conditioned car for the last 10 minutes.
Hey.
Is he by himself or is his mom with him right now?
His mom's already in. She got there early.
Okay. And is his dad out of sight?
His dad did drive the police car away. Yeah.
Okay, I'm throwing the phone at the back.
My phone!
You threw the phone where?
At you.
Oh.
Back at you. Yeah.
Okay. I fumble, and I'm just like, and then it just falls on the ground.
There's your phone back.
Yeah, man, it's important.
Okay.
You left it.
Yep, I did. Yes, I did. I'm gonna question it.
We're a team, buddy.
I have 14 strength. I think I can beat him up. Shut up.
So
Monologue in my head.
So going to this festival.
together again, you guys head into the festival through the massive archways. I want you guys to imagine mostly what a Ren Fair would look like when you're thinking of like the pop-up tents and all of the handmade merchandise and the foodstuffs and stuff like that, and the people wandering around in garb. But instead of medieval Renaissance garb, you're looking at traditional. There's people who are doing the witch thing. There are people doing the Krampus thing. Priestess thing. Anything that anybody who is not super involved in like researching what would actually, but they've got a Halloween costume that says Avalon Priestess from a couple years back, and they've thrown it on because like, let's get into the spirit of the thing, right?
So, question. I know we just got in here and probably walked only 20 feet, but why are there like 7 pickle stands?
Pickles are an important part of Yule.
Yeah, but 7 stands?
Yeah.
There's a
you
lot
know-
of people
person
with a
who
lot
actually
of
tell them
pickles on
this.
there.
You'd know this if you just...
Would you want to wait for a pickle?
I pull out...
Does pickles come in all shapes and sizes?
I
So you
pull
need
out
7
all the
stands
notes
for
that
it?
I made from like 2 days ago. You'd know this if, we had stuck together and, read the notes that
I tried. I was busy making a friend who I'm regretting.
I worked
Slightly.
really... I just worked really hard on this, man.
I worked hard getting a burner phone,
I worked...
and then it got tossed
Listen,
and
I
discarded
actually,
like an abandoned child.
I actually
Gee,
studied...
why was Eugene picked on?
Well, I'm about to find out why he has the things he does. This group.
I actually studied for once, and I pat him on the head
Do
with the
I
papers.
see
Bat.
anything
One
that
damage.
screams Duncan?
Oh no!
His family, something that Duncan.
Well, you know
might
what his
have
mom
gone
looks
towards?
like.
She
You know what his
hot?
mom looks like.
Mhm.
And you know that their role in the town is the cultural representation of Norway from the museum and everything. So you know that if you look for the setup that is like the tent that is mostly like just information, like, you know, we're teaching. This is the teaching tent.
Yeah.
You come here, you learn the stuff. Maybe you look up your name and see where that lands in history. You know, your background geographically. But that's, you know, that if you find the tent dedicated to the museum, that's probably where you'll find Duncan's mom.
Alright, let's go find Duncan, mother,
Yeah, we're here for that. Duh.
and apparently Pickles.
Yeah.
I've already come back with like a handful of pickles, however they come in.
Yeah,
man, they're
Is there
good.
any food or goodies that are
They're actually
unattended?
serving them in handfuls.
So
I
there
don't
are
know.
many stands that
I assume
have
there's like a big
taster
one, maybe
platters.
like pickle sticks.
that
I
would
come
be
back
like, you
with
know, like
some.
you
Like,
want
you
to
gotta do
try
like 2 hands for it?
kind of thing. So by all means, like, there's not unattended food because it's outdoor food vending, so they have to be a little bit more martial about what's going on with the food because there's so many sanitary issues with that anyways. But there are lots of taster trays. So if you just wanted to walk up and down the aisles and just be like taking food from the taster trays, they don't care. You can have as many
Stick
as you
in a
want.
fireball.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's definitely one guy going
well-
around going, taste the phase nuts. You like taste the phase nuts?
Nice.
They're crunchy.
Counterspell.
There you go.
Switch to the knowledge domain real quick.
Depending on how slow
For
they're
a
walking,
D20.
I'd either go back and forth multiple times, or I'm just taking like multiple at a time.
Right. So you're gorging yourself. We're looking. Are we looking for Duncan's mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone who's looking for Duncan's mom, go ahead and roll me a perception check, or an investigation check if you want to just look for the tent where she might be at.
Give me
Looking
a
for
second.
Duncan or signs of Duncan.
Okay.
His
You can do that.
interest. We already saw his mom
Got all
earlier.
signs of Duncan.
You can do that if you want.
Where do you get those? Wait, are those my white dice?
So mine's more of like a.
Oh, you
dark,
okay?
but
Nice.
He said.
as you
which
guys
one?
are looking around while you're making your rolls,
Which kind?
so you're looking for Duncan specifically,
10.
or so you're looking for.
Or-
You can either do a perception. Do a perception if you're just scanning the crowd for him. But if you're going through tents looking for something that is Duncan specific interest, then that's going to be investigation.
10 on
It's
that
not going
one.
to make much of a difference.
12 on that one.
12.
Investigation.
20.
20. Investigation or perception?
Perception.
Perception.
He was really good at
10.
seeing things.
On investigation.
Investigation.
Nope.
Okay. And yours?
I just
Four.
rolled really
Four.
good ones.
You know
Quick
what? You're fine.
review. Quick review for you.
My
Yes.
dice sabotage the roll.
If Duncan were going to be here,
Yes.
what is something he would be doing? Would he be participating or just enjoying? And if he would be participating, what would he be participating in?
I think it's kind of 50-50. I think he would, like, take shifts with his mom and, like, help out with the teaching aspect. But then he sees everybody else running around with the handfuls of pickles, and then he's like, "But Mom, I want to go play with the other kids."
Okay. So if he was going to be anywhere, he would be in the tent where his mom was.
Most likely, yes.
Okay. I was going to make sure he wasn't going to be off in no artsy-fartsy thing.
Probably not. I think also, too, social anxiety, he's like, this is familiar.
Okay. Alright. So, investigation-wise, I don't think you guys really rolled high enough to get too much. You know Duncan is partial to this holiday. You know that Duncan enjoys... you've seen some of his sketchbooks. So all of this seems like it would be something that would interest him.
Don't tell him
Particularly.
He's
that.
going to art school online.
Perception. 20 perception. You are able to see his mom. She's not in the tent working it at the moment. She is slightly behind the tent. It looks like she's getting ready to bring out a presentation. So she's getting some of the other museum workers to kind of like move things around to bring it forward.
Okay. Hey guys! What's up? Duncan's mom is over there. Looks like they're ready to do some sort of like,
Sorry.
like presentation or something.
You're a 12-year-old boy.
One of the things you said is true.
He's a... Yeah, so She's over there.
Eugene's a boy out of time. We all know he's not actually a boy.
Fun fact, he's not actually a boy, and we've been getting elected this whole time.
We've
been assuming his gender this entire time.
He introduced himself as that, so...
Do we want to watch whatever they're preparing?
I'm good. Nope. Let's go watch.
Oh my God.
That hurt Peter so much.
I didn't want to continue
Okay,
what
so
the
are you
thought
guys going
process
to
in my head.
You guys going
So-
to go over there and try to figure out what they're doing?
Sure.
We're going to look at Duncan's mom
Okay. Yeah. So,
in a respectful
I
manner.
hate your phrasing.
So you
From my
saddle over to the tent and kind of stand just off to the side, so it kind of looks like you guys are looking into the tent, but you're just off from it, so you can see behind it. And you see Duncan's mom, and she's got a handful of the probably the college volunteer TA people from the museum who are like doing their community service stuff there, or maybe they're interning. And she's directing them to lay out bundles of straw and ribbon. She's got the orange slices in varying stages of like being cut, being dried, being run with string, being candied, for the deck. And basically she's putting out a demonstration on how to make the decorations that you guys see throughout the fair. Possibly getting ready to have the kids kind of tell people what they are for and what was their meaning and why is it important that we do this, why was this done in the first place, which ones are traditional and which ones are ones that have been brought forward from other cultures and kind of merged in. That's kind of the presentation they're putting together. There are varying stages of this is how you make it, this is why they did it. So, and it looks like it's an exchange thing. Right? Mm-hmm. So like for maybe the first hour they did the straw, and then the second hour they bring out the oranges, and then the next hour they bring out, the candles and stuff like that. So it's a rotating exchange. That's why she's back there setting it up so that they're in line. So when it's time to move them, they can just go grab the next one and kind of pull it forward.
Gotcha. So many questions to ask. So little time.
Mrs. Duncan!
They didn't know her name, and I didn't want to look it up. I'm sorry.
Mrs. Duncan's mom!
Yeah.
That is exactly how they did that.
Mrs. Duncan's mom!
I apologize to you on Twitch.
Fucker.
You got it going on.
It's in my character sheet. It's in the
Yeah,
I
Open
know,
your
but
stuff.
I didn't have my phone, and I didn't want to
Your
dig
stuff
it
is
out.
locked to anyone that's not you.
You can
That's
go
not-
to.
that's
you
probably
can go
not
to-
Maybe not you.
Yeah, it's not locked to me. I just didn't want to take the time to open it up because we were already struggling so hard to get them together.
And the rest of us.
You guys can click into the campaign and see all the characters in there. It's in
I can't
No.
click on your character.
Yeah, yours is locked.
Yeah, but if you guys go to the actual campaign for it,
Yeah.
it should-
Hey, what's your mom's name?
That's what we did.
Yeah, Scanlon, what's your mom's name?
Yeah, Duncan. What's your mom's
Yeah,
name?
who?
Oh, I was making a jib on Critical Role because that was something that they didn't have for Scanlon.
Yeah.
10-4. You hit me with the Kaylin. What's your mom's name?
No, I said
Yeah,
Scanlon.
what's your
Scanlon.
mother's
Yeah,
name?
I heard Kaylin and I went, who?
Wait, your mom's
I
name's
really thought
Kaylin?
that I just grossly misheard
You know
you
what? Yeah,
saying his name.
yeah,
I was very confused.
that's gonna be canon. Fuck it.
Duncan's mom is Kaylin.
Her name is Kaylin. Kaylin McMiller.
All right,
Hey, it kind of works.
moving
Yeah.
forward. Okay, so yeah.
Nick Miller.
Nick Miller.
I do love that they did know your last name and we didn't use Mrs. McMiller. We just said Mrs. Duncan's mom.
I did not know the last name. I just went, Mrs.
Oh,
Duncan.
I've just been saying hi.
Mrs.
She knows me.
Keelan.
Yeah, we got Eugene, Phillip, Harley Quinn, and then right in the top little corner, Duncan McMiller.
Yes,
You
and
gotta-
ours only says you user profile. We're not able to view your character sheet.
Shouldn't have to even view the character sheet. That's weird. Well, I hate maybe on sometimes.
And it's something to do with, I'm trying to remember
So,
what it says.
you
but
make a
it's
big
something
wave,
like,
and you
it's
try to get her
locked
attention.
anyone
Yeah.
who's not
And she looks
something.
up and she sees you and she goes,
I'll play
"Oh,
with it later."
hi dear. Do you need something? Because we're kind of got a little bit going on.
Your son.
I told you he's home at sick. You were just there. He's homesick.
No, I just wanted to say hi. That's it.
Oh, well, hi dear.
I meant he loves you and he wants you to have fun.
Oh, yes, thank you. And I really hope he gets better soon. I'm really sad he's got to miss this. He was so excited.
He said bring home some pickles.
Pickles. Okay. Oh yes, he does love pickles. Maybe I'll get him some of the special ones. She puts that off to their side. Like she's tucked that away.
Special.
They're really good.
What are the special ones?
Oh well, there's a tent down the way, and they specialize in just pickled everything.
Yeah, they do.
So anything you could want pickled.
Everything?
Yes, anything that is a food item that you could want pickled, they will pickle it for you. If you get something they don't already have in stock, you'll have to wait for it to ferment, so you won't get it for a couple of weeks. But they'll make it up for you.
Anyone want to offer a sacrifice?
Yeah.
What?
I can think of someone.
I'm gonna just hop on over to the nurses section if I can find it.
Not hard to find. We're 20 minutes into the fair and people have already hurt themselves because that's the norm.
Mm-hmm.
People pre-game showed up. Got
Hell
it.
yeah.
If you find any fingers, let me know.
Why do you need fingers?
Oh, and a gorilla.
They make really good pickling.
Yeah.
Why
So you
do
make
you
your way
need
over to the
gorilla?
nurse's station. You do see your mom there. She's already got
Paying a
someone
little
who's
bit.
like dead ass pale. Okay, you can tell from the spittle on their shirt that they probably just vomited somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
One of the pre-gamers showed up drunk, thought they were just going to drink some ale, and then realized that
This
no,
soon?
pickle juice don't sit right.
They didn't even last for 20 minutes.
No, they did not.
I just
Pre-game unless you're a professional.
I just kind of
We're just getting started.
wait at the side, wait for
This is the
the
first part,
moment
man.
that she's not directly interacting,
Not true. You always
and
win
then
if you're
just
not
go,
already hammered.
"Hi, Mom."
Oh, sweetie, you really... This is a workstation. You know, I'm really happy to see you. You're having a fun time?
Oh yeah, there was a message from Dad.
Okay, what's the message from Dad?
Save him a turkey leg.
A turkey leg. Okay, well, if one comes by the nurse's tent, I'm sure to do that. I'm not sure why he thinks I'm responsible for... Well, you know what? Do me a favor. If you see the turkey legs, grab one, bring it back, and I'll put it in the lunchbox, okay?
Okay,
Thanks. I appreciate you.
you're welcome.
How are you gonna find him? He doesn't answer that burner phone I call. Huh.
I don't know if it works.
Donuts.
Okay, I'm back.
Awesome.
I'm glad we waited 20 minutes.
Do I notice
Not
anything
taking that long.
weird going on? Like anything that doesn't seem like it's in the true spirit? Like something's off. Kind of like how the teachers were off.
Make me an insight check, because you're gauging environmental emotion of the crowd.
Their insight? 17.
17. Okay. The general overall festivities from the adults seem pretty upbeat. Okay. The teenagers up, you know, the 16 and over high school kids, you know, they all seem like they're having a real great time. The adults seem to be having fun. They're
The alcohol.
yeah.
Correct.
But the smaller children, specifically the small children who are wearing antlers or like the little fawn ear headband things, they look scared. And they tend to be holding parents' hands or latched onto a skirt. And you see a lot of parents who are like, go have fun, go do this cool like little boat ride thing. They got like a barrel ride that's on like strings and you can like spin the barrel kind of thing. but they're not like the parents are like, go do this fun thing, go do the axe throwing or something, you know, and the kids are like, no, I'm good, I'm gonna stay right here. So, and it's not all the children. Just the ones that have like the antler horns,
Okay.
you know.
Can I hide from a couple of them and then like pop around a corner and try to like jump scare them?
Like they hide.
The kids?
Yes!
Okay. Bet.
I have a follow-up.
I
You
feel
said
like
roll a
Specifically
what?
the scared kids or just any kid?
The scared ones.
Roll me a stealth so you can hide.
And kids.
fuck them kids.
The tape that I put on this thing is not pulled up.
Natural 20.
Okay, yeah. Not super hard to hide. There are a lot of stands and hanging. Lots of the stands have like little hanging vines and greenery, and it's not hard to hide yourself.
Fuck it, I'm going off.
Where'd Harley go?
Yeah, for the group, Harley's gone.
I'm done. Fuck it, I'm gonna go find a Krampus.
So I'm gonna jump out each time just to be like, woo! And then see if I can like jump scare them.
Yeah, I'm not having you roll for that because it's not hard. You jump scare these children and they are ghosts. They are they're kind of dead. They scream, they run, and now the parents are looking at you like, what the fuck, man?
Can I go find those that will allow me to approach afterwards and be like, psst, why are you scared?
Hold please while I get into character. Let's center and bring Yvain forward. Hello, Yvain. Welcome back to the party. So you roll up on one of these kids that you just scared the absolute bejesus out of, and they're hiding behind one of the barrel setups in the pickle stand, and they're just sitting there like, and you walk up and you're just like, what scared you? Why?
Why are you scared?
Why aren't you scared?
I don't know, because it's a festival and we're having fun and there's pickles.
We're having fun. And monsters. There are monsters literally everywhere. Why
Where
aren't
do
you
you see
scared?
a monster?
And she like points out into the crowd and she's like, right there. There's a monster. Right there.
What does it look like?
Looks like a bunch of festival goers having fun.
No, I'm not the kid. What does it look like?
Well, it looks like it looks horned and he's red and like he's got pointy teeth.
Oh! I'm take out the
horny, and
notebook like
pointy.
this?
Yeah.
Oh! You see him multiple times?
Yeah, he's like everywhere.
Like the same exact thing over and over and over.
Well, no, some of them are kind of different, but they all kind of like are the same. Like they're all red and they all have horns and they all have really tiny teeth.
Shit,
Has he
our
said anything to
politicians
you?
are here.
No, they don't say anything. They
Oh.
just kind of like stalk around and look at us, me,
Okay.
and then like.
And they haven't touched you or anything?
Well, not me, but I stay really close to Mom, and that's when
Okay.
she's like stops and she looks. She goes, "I'm not close to Mom," and she takes off.
Okay, good luck!
I'd like to walk by as this kid runs off. What are you doing to these children?
Listen, I'm really scared, so I decided to test the theory.
Yeah? And what
They're
was
scared.
the theory? That they
They're
get scared?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But, turns out, they're not actually scared of me.
No, I think they are.
I'm scared of this guy.
Well, he is pretty scary.
Yep, evidently he's here.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. I keep seeing him. Like him and his doubles, his cronies, I don't know. I can't see him, but they can see him.
I eat my pickled ice cream. Huh?
What are you eating?
The pickle milkshake?
Pickled
Eugene,
milkshake.
since you walked off, were you looking for anything in particular you walked off?
It's
A
weirdly
gorilla.
good.
A gorilla?
Yeah.
And someone said there's a gorilla in the woods.
Mainly a either 6 Krampus-sized gorilla or 1 Krampus-sized gorilla.
Okay. So you make your way into the festival, going through the carts and everything. And you know this to be the same place where they did do the Renaissance festivals and stuff like that. So you know that when you get to the back, there's usually like an arena area where they have like the chessboard and the jousting and stuff like that. And so you make your way back towards the back of the festival where these items usually are, and you get about halfway there, and just as you're making that round corner, there's and you guys will hear this throughout the fair. It's very loud, but you'll hear it and see. And when you come around the corner, and there's this loud, off-key trumpeting that is very much one of the high school kids trying to do like a fanfare, but they're nervous, and so they've hit the wrong note, and they're kind of holding it a little scratchily, you know, it's like... But it's fanfare. It's burp, 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 but it's like off-key and scratchy, and like he tries to hit that high note, and it just isn't there, so it's like...
Buddy, you got
It's real rough. But you come around that corner when you hear that, and in the area where they had the jousting, you see about 50 to 55 people in their best Krampus cosplays. And you hear one of the criers, "Gather round, Krampuses assemble! We'll be doing the Krampus slop! The famed game of Krampus Night.
How good do
The
they
what?
look? Wait, can we see them yet?
I mean, yeah, if you guys hear that and you go, you'll see what Eugene sees when you come around the corner. And
sorry, the Krampus slop?
Krampus slop.
I gotta see this.
And all of them have you have all of these cosplayers, and they're varying levels of good and bad cosplay. Like you have the lowliest, I slapped some red plastic horns from the Party City onto my head, like devil costume.
Okay, so they don't look like what the kid described.
Some of them do. Some of them do. You have, like I said, there's a wide range. There is the base range, which is I put on plastic horns and a tail from Party City. And then you have the other range of cosplayers who go to MegaCon, okay, and have made Krampus from the movie Krampus.
Walking around in hoverboards.
So like there's a wide range in here, and it, you know, most of the more cosplay things that lean towards cosplays, most of them have body paint and they are red, and they got the patches of the fur, make them look beast-like, you know, cloven hooved shoes kind of things. So there are quite a few of these Krampuses that kind of fit that description that kid was giving you, because the kid did tell you they don't all look exactly the same.
Right.
They do look similar. But the range of people in this crowd, very obviously decorated to super high end.
Is one of those scared kids that I talked to sitting in the crowd?
Oh, there's a number of them.
Can I go up to one of the ones that I already talked to? And be like, "Psst."
Well, give me a perception if you want to find the same one you talked to.
I imagine I did that to a couple kids, is what I was going for earlier.
Okay, I misunderstood that. You did, for me, you got one kid hiding behind a barrel.
Right. Okay. Perception? It's 4 again. Keep rolling really low.
This isn't golf. You don't have to say 4 before you roll. You could just roll normally.
So
I'm waiting for a hole in one, okay?
Yeah. So you don't necessarily see the kid that you saw before. You do see some of the children who were scared in the initial group that you frightened.
Okay.
But you don't see the one that you talked to.
So I guess I'll go up to one of the ones that looks not completely dumb. And go behind me.
Look for a smart kid.
So I'm assuming you're going like under the bleachers so you can talk just so that you can try to like avoid the parents. Okay. So you from under the bleachers and the kid's just like, what? And he looks down and he kind of sees your like face, which does startle him in the beginning. And he's, ah! And the dad's like, what is wrong with you now? And the kid's like, I'm fine. I just thought I saw somebody. It's cool. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. I can stay here, right? And dad's like, yeah, of course you can stay here. We're about to watch the Krampus slop.
Do you see monsters?
Yes. Lots of
like
them.
Walking around?
Yeah.
Are those the monsters?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not all of them, but yeah.
So that's what you're seeing walking around?
Don't you?
I mean, those look like people dressed up for the Krampus.
Well, yes, some of them, but not all of them.
There's other ones?
Yeah. And he like points backwards behind the bleachers, and he goes, "Not that one."
That one's not lined up.
This is where they're all lined up, and he's pointing behind you in the bleachers.
Oh yeah, I'm just being redundant.
Okay. He's like, no, he's not in line. He's just over there. He's like watching that kid.
Does it look like that? Does he look like the one with the like the little like head thing, like the headband on, or does he look like the one over there with like all the fur on?
He points to one of the cosplayers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like the cosplayed. Yeah. Like that.
He should get in line. I walk away.
I'd like to note that when you look to where he's pointing, there is no horned person.
Yes, I assumed.
Okay.
I assume so. I'm just playing along because kid.
Okay, since I assume we walked over together since we were with the kid over there. And we wow, words are hard. I assume we walked over together and then you disappeared under the bleachers again.
That's what I do.
So, scaring kids again?
Productively.
What'd you find out?
Well, I was just I guess I was just curious to see if the kids were just seeing the cosplayers, but no, there's other ones.
Can you point out some of the kids to me?
I proceed to point out the scared kids. Oh, and they're all the ones with the antlers on their heads.
The antlers.
Suspicious.
Oh, I didn't want to mention this out here.
Do tell.
What's up?
So, I went to yesterday. These kids, the ones with the antlers, are exactly the same kids that are behaving the same way from yesterday. And you. They're behaving the exact same way. Clinging to mom and dad, saying, I don't want to go, I'll stay with you.
Like these are the same kids?
Same behavior.
Oh.
Exact same behavior.
Kid is...
Did you see any of the there?
Where are these kids getting these antlers from?
So some of the children have antlers that look like they may have come from the stores, like Halloween sets, like these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the children, the ones that seem particularly frightened, have the horns that are made up of little broken branches that looked, when you guys were coming in, one of the stations that Duncan's mom was setting up was a station for making the little headband wreaths for the horned god.
Your mom is evil.
Okay.
So, and she's not the only station that has it, but she was the one you guys would have seen. Okay. And they're very reminiscent of that station of handmade, braided, headband pieces made with little tree branches.
So it's safe to assume these kids all made their horns themselves. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But if they all came from the same little tents that she's a part of, that's a direct link. Right?
There's evidently there's one over there.
Who made the jaunt into Yule? You did?
Mm-hmm. I did, yeah.
That's what he was just talking about.
Right. Make me a history check.
You got
now
it.
that you have this information from them.
Yes. As I very hastily created my character in D&D Beyond, now that I can have more than 6 characters.
There you go.
Natural 20?
Nat 20!
Nice.
A total of 20.
Gotcha.
You will bless him.
Yeah.
So, once you hear this information from them, you remember that the children in Yule who were frightened and afraid and scared and sticking to the people, they were also wearing antlers.
They were also wearing antlers.
Where the fuck are these antlers coming from?
I don't know.
I think when we came in, Duncan's mom.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. When we
Let's
came
make
in,
it
Duncan's mom, she was making... I'm sorry, I just hyper-focused on
in
him
character?
scribbling furiously down.
Do you have a notebook out scribbling in character?
They were wearing the same antlers.
All right. I don't think this is
I love
Slumber.
this little himbo. I love him.
When
Don't
we
be so
first came
sad
in,
for
I
Christmas.
saw a booth. Duncan's mom was teaching kids how to make antlers like these. Do you think they made them there?
We could ask if they made one when they directly came in. That would have been one of the first booths.
Also, some of the kids were saying that the Krampus, some of them look like the ones that are up on the stage right now, but they also pointed to one that was over there. And there's nothing over there. So there's other things.
So,
and then I'm gonna go run to where the kid was pointing,
Okay.
where there was one. And I'm just gonna run a really, really wide circle around the area and see if I run into anything.
Okay.
Oh, there she goes. Okay, bye.
So,
Run into anything that isn't there.
you're running and you're dodging visible things. So, make me an athletics.
while she's doing that, can I approach a child with these antlers?
Mm-hmm.
Hey kid, that cool headband.
Yeah, thanks. I made them.
Yeah, where'd you make it?
And he's like, he's like, you're talking to him, and he keeps doing this.
Yep.
I made them at the kids station over there, and he points off to this little area, and it's kind of like the best they could do of a playground while still making it Yule. So like it's logs that have been like Lincoln logged together to make a little climbing station, and then there's little smaller plastic tables that have been set up, and they have a coloring station. It's anything you'd seen in a kid cot. There's a coloring station. There's a station where there's somebody braiding the stuff for the antlers and letting the kids just kind of like attach the horn branches. There's a station where they've got pre-cut popcorn and cranberries and oranges, and they're stringing them onto little things and having the kids hang them on the tree.
Cool.
So it's a craft station for children, for the parents to be like, here, entertain yourself while I go shop.
Awesome.
It's an even 10, by the way.
Cool. You dodge everything in your path, but you don't hit anything. While you're running around, you don't see anyone that looks Krampus-like in this area that you've been running around in.
Nope,
even though the kid definitely pointed over here.
here.
The kid did point out another child and said that the Krampus was looking at that child.
So it was running around the child.
Right.
Yeah,
that child doesn't look scared. They look annoyed that you keep running around them, but they don't look scared. They're not wearing horns.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'd like to approach that kid cot station and, attempt to build some antlers myself, because the fastest way to figure this out is to attempt to get those answers myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Before I run over to join everyone else at the station that we were going to look at, I'm just going to whisper to the kid and just be like, hey, don't wear your antlers. Bye.
Hey, Chris, come make antlers with me.
Question. Did I see the direction of which the kid was looking before they pointed out the playground?
Make a perception. Because I don't know if you said, were you in that conversation?
Well,
With like if he was having the conversation, he said he walked up to a child. Did you walk with him?
I would not have walked. I would have looked from afar.
Look from afar. Okay, so maybe a perception. 'Cause I'm gonna say, like, if you walked with him, then yeah, for sure you saw it. But if you're watching from afar, we make a perception.
15?
15? Yeah. For sure, you did see where he was looking.
Okay.
This child was just off the side of the bleachers, still looking scared. So you can assume that the parent was nearby. But whereas Dante was right in front of him, he kept looking just slightly to the left. So the bleachers, right here on the right, you're talking straight ahead, and he's looking slightly off to the left.
I want to go in the direction of that gaze.
Oh, all right. See you later, Chris.
I'm gonna go that way.
Okay.
Okay. Eugene, are you doing anything?
I'm looking with Duncan.
Okay.
That is something that...
Something to do?
Yep.
Okay. So you kind of head off in that direction. Are you just walking in that direction and looking, or are you actively like what Harley was doing? Were you like trying to bump into something?
Investigating.
I'm looking to see if there's something off, and just kind of seeing like what's out here that would catch their attention.
Okay.
That's where my mindset is going.
Okay. So go ahead and make me a perception check then. You're just looking around for things.
Yeah. Not one.
Yeah. Nothing really seems to catch your attention. I mean, there are people having a festivus time. You're listening. A festivus time. Festivus time.
A festivulous time.
Yes, festivus. I couldn't say it a second time if I wanted to. Anyways.
Festivulous.
No syphilis in my party.
I was just about to say that.
Okay. So you head off in that direction. You don't see anything close by that could be any problem, and you don't see anything super far off that would be any problem other than the kid just being afraid of something. Krampuslop is getting started, though, behind you guys, and it's literally just the two Krampuses standing off against each other and slapping each other in the face, because Krampuslop is literally just slap until somebody passes out. Yeah. And there are rules. It's open-handed slaps, and there's no weapons and like that. And basically to make it less
slap.
to make it less dangerous than it already is, they've just first person to hit the ground, not necessarily pass out. But yeah.
Yeah, I watched this the last 2 years. It got boring. But I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah.
I'll just go back. And then I will go and make a thingy at the with you.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, Chris.
Eugene, are you staying with the group, or are you looking on your own, just around?
Looking on my own.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have you roll perceptions.
Perceive something.
14.
Genie baby.
14. You don't see Duncan. You do see Duncan's handiwork. You know, because you know his style, that he did a lot of the... He's the one who made up the original poster flyer.
Yeah.
And from that, and your knowledge of some of his other doodles and things that you've seen him do across the years, you see testament to his artwork around. Like, there are Krampus wanted sheets, that are just hanging up for decorations. There are festive murals that have been put together on brackets for backdrop picture, things like that. You see Duncan's efforts in the area. You know that at some point when this was first being put together, Duncan had a hand in it.
Okay.
You don't see Duncan, but you know that he came out here. He helped his parents for this. This is something that he's been putting together with them. But you know that he missed the last week of school. So this is all stuff that was done prior to that week. Everything you see is something that could have been done a month, 2 months ago. But, alright, so you're heading over to the Antler Station?
Yeah.
You're heading over to the Antler Station with him?
Yeah.
Are you going to the Antler Station?
Going with.
Wonderful. You guys go over to the Kid Cot Station. You take over one of the small kiddie tables. I want you to imagine those little plastic play school tables, okay? So you really got to bend down. Your knees are really close to your face. Okay?
And it's
But
like,
I'm a
bisexual
12-year-old,
crouching.
so it's about approximate.
No, it's not.
Oh.
These are still small. These are
Yep.
these are
On the chair.
infantile, like little play school plastic tables. You know what I mean? Like they're you're not adult bulging over this table, but you are to that point where you're like, this was not for my age group. I am a child, and this was not for me.
We're finally at the age of, why do I still have to sit at the kids' table Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
so
you sit down,
To the kids.
hey
guys.
There's a young college student, and when you sit down and she welcomes you, she goes, "Oh, welcome, young sirs, young lady, welcome to the Festivus decorating spot." And then you guys stop at that, because Festivus, that's a name. You're like, where are we at? And she's like, yes, the Festivus stop, And it occurs to you that maybe Duncan had a hand in naming things. And this was his funny, like, ooh, I could put Festivus in here and no one will know because it's the kid station.
There.
Hi.
Also, possibly, if this is somewhere Sandman wanted to, like, recruit children who really were into holidays, how better than to have them already acquainted with the name?
Sandman's Batman.
Look at a
Greeting
lollipop
kids.
staring back
He
at
sure
me.
can be. But she welcomes you guys to the table, and she goes, "I'm the Lady Christine, and I'm here to help you guys make your festival gear. What are we looking at today?"
Well, I saw a bunch of kids with the antlers.
Oh, yes, tribute to the Horned God. A wonderful addition to anyone's wardrobe.
Yeah, the Horned God. I remember I learned a little bit about him in school. It was something about the sun, right?
Yes, the Horned God. He is the welcoming of the sun at the end of the solstice. We
Gotcha.
welcome him in to celebrate the beginning of the new year.
Sorry, this pickled lollipop is really good.
I'm glad to hear it. I was gonna make
happy.
Sorry, what?
This looks like fun. What do we do?
Yeah, how do we get started?
Oh yeah, it's super simple. And so she points to like a little platter that has all of these little sticks that have been meticulously broken off of a larger branch so that they have antler-like shapes. You know, the branches have been trimmed down. So she's like, you just got to pick your 2 antlers that you like, matching or not. And then from this section right here, you're going to pick a braided ribbon headband that you enjoy. We've got several colors to pick from, but if you don't see one you like, let me know. I can make one up for you from the colors behind. And she points behind her where she's had her braiding set up, and it's got all the different color ribbons. A wide variety. If you guys have a color that's not aquamarine or something. You know, she's got the basic spread of colors. And she goes, and yeah, so we'll just weave those in, and then we just attach them, and you're on your way. This section over here does have a little bit of decorating, so if you wanted to put some leaves or some berries, so a little bit of decoration, you can do that. But this is bare minimum, and then that's, you know, for more advanced if you want something a little more.
Did you guys like go out and like pick this all out of the woods?
Yes. One of the big things about Yule is embracing nature.
Sorry.
So no plastic tree branches here.
Where'd you find it?
What kind
All
of
this-
berries are these?
And she like looks around because you're in a campground where there's like trees everywhere. She's just like, so it's not hard to find branches.
Oh, you know, around.
Okay. It's time to get creative.
Yeah.
Oh, you are really into this, aren't you?
Let's do it. And then
Heck yeah.
fuck you. I will try and pick out antlers that are very similar to the others that were of similar creation. As far as like their look is, but if they're all relative.
Yeah, so all the kids' antlers were very esoteric. Like none of them were like super similar in shape because branches obviously don't come in similar shapes over and over and over again. But the similarity was that they were the braided ribbons and the branches from like stations around.
Good. Then I'm gonna make sure that when I get my antlers, it's really gonna be like lopsided. So one going out the front and the other ones are really out the side. So it's not symmetrical at all.
Gotcha. You try to put that together, and Christine's just like, well, actually, you could just. It could be, you know, if you tighten that a little bit, it'll stand. No? All right.
Mine's gonna be Mardi Gras colors.
Okay.
Of the ribbon, and then it's going to have 5 antlers.
5 antlers? Okay.
All the way around.
Mine's gonna be black and blue striped, and it's gonna have some relatively smaller antlers than the ones they chose, but still some weird shaped ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, no problem. So you guys make the horns, and you tie them together, and then Christine puts them down on the table in front of her, and she does a small chant, prayer-like almost. It's not in English, so you guys don't know exactly what she says, but when she explains it to you, she just calls it a blessing for the horned god, and then she hands them back out to you guys. Is everyone immediately putting them on?
Not yet.
Do I have any inclination as to what, out of the languages that I have, do I have any inclination as to what it is?
Which languages do you have?
Well,
Common
Oh
and
yeah,
Elvish.
that's true. We do have other things.
English and
so
Spanish.
what I had originally before the 2024 rules was Common, Celestial, Elvish, and Draconic.
Elvish.
Yes.
Yeah, because Yule is Fae and Animalkin. So in the mortal realm, it probably would have been Scandinavian or Norwegian or something like that. But since that in my world translates to Fae and Animalkin, I will say that having the Elvish would be your version of having that.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so you would understand. Does anybody else have Elvish?
No.
Yeah. Okay. I figured you would. Okay. So Harley, it doesn't sound like much to you, chanting of some sort. For you two, it is what she says it is. It is a blessing to the horned god. It's very basic. It's just asking for his protection in the coming year to help guide the wearer of these horns to greener pastures. You know, it basic blessing stuff. You know, it's like help guide them to better areas, protect them from this. You know, stuff like that. It's a blessing to welcome in the new year.
Okay.
So,
Thank you so much for your help.
Jinx. You owe me a soda.
pinch poke.
Dr. Kelp! Pinch poke, owe me a Coke. Okay.
I hand him a pickle Coke.
I drink it.
There you go. No, you can
You
get that.
take a drink, and it's just a Coke can that's been filled with pickle juice.
Oh, God.
It's like the gag gift from the pickle shop.
Man, I didn't think I'd get to use that quickly.
Guys, I bet she cursed them.
No, there's only one way to find out.
You put them on? All right. Does anybody else put them on? Just Dante? Just Dante. Okay. So you put your antlers on, you tie them around the back of your head so they're secure. And when you look outside of the ring of the Kid Cot area, there are Krampus.
Oh.
And they are behind children. It's almost like they are stalking prey. Okay, so they are 5 to 10 feet behind these children as these children are wandering around. Specifically, the children without antlers. The children with antlers, they are not following them.
Okay. Can I take these antlers off?
Sure, take them off.
There's a, yeah.
You see them?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you put your
Does it work?
Yeah.
Put it back on.
All I can see is the crown from Game of Thrones.
Hey, yeah.
It's not a crown, it's antlers!
Oh god, you put them all around your head. Yeah, it's a crown.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can
Do you
I-
put yours on? You got yours on now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Before we leave, can I make one more set of antlers?
Sure you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a hard time. Christine does wonder. She's just like, do you not like yours?
Oh no, they're for a friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh, can you bless it before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then she does the little blessing again.
Thank you so much. You're so kind. All right, and we run out and we gotta find Eugene.
Yeah. The minute you guys step from the circle of the Kid Cot, the nearest Krampus to you turns to look. And he makes eye contact with you. Sees your antlers and turns back. And continues to follow the kid that he was following.
I don't think these things like the antlers.
Well, then why would they stalk the kids without them?
Because they don't have them. They're not protected like we are. The kids without the antlers don't have the blessing like we do.
Yeah. But that means that they should want the antlers.
No. I think they want the ones without the antlers specifically because they're not protected.
They're discussing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you missed was that when you left the protective circle around the Kid Cot, the closest Krampus to you, when you stepped outside of that circle, immediately turned, made complete full eye contact with you, eyes up to the horn, turned, went back to the kid.
They're like stalking kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there for that.
Okay. Yeah. They definitely want the kids that don't have crowns on. So we've either got to get a bunch of these kids to come in and make more of these crowns and wear them, or we have to do something about these guys before they do anything bad.
I have an idea.
I like ideas.
Can I do my thing first, maybe? I don't know.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I want to run up to that Krampus that looked at us, and I just want to poke him.
Okay. Yeah. Make an attack roll.
Oh.
An attack roll for unconsented touching.
So as soon as he said we have to do something, I was going to be like, okay.
We have to handle this with the utmost
So
amount of
I would
tact.
assume you might be doing your thing simultaneously.
Yeah, it would be simultaneous, but go first and see what.
You said
We need
it's
a
just
plan.
attack, or is there attack bonus?
No,
in
you're
that
just
thing?
attack. 'cause
regular
you're just
one,
doing
right?
unarmed attack because you just poked him.
Yeah, 12
12. So you run up
for
to him.
poking damage.
You run up to him and you go to poke him, and he sees you and kind of like deranks with the tail. Like his tail kind of whips out and just kind of like off the side. So like he acknowledged that you were there, and he made the motion to like get himself out of the way of whatever you were trying to do. And his tail kind of like bops your hand. So you miss the attack. You're like not poking him in the side.
Grab
He
the
saw
tail.
you. When the tail hits you, though, it sizzles, and you hear that. Okay.
Where's that duck?
But when the tail, it knocks your hand out of the way, you hear the sizzling, you know, as if like bacon hit a frying pan. And he turns to you and he growls. I mean, like the just most ferocious, like full teeth, like lion bearing growl. Yeah.
Growl back.
And he goes as if to like, almost like he wants to lunge for you, sees the horns, backs off, turns, continues on. But now he's diverted away from that child, and he's moved off to kind of get lost in the crowd.
But these things are big.
I grab his tail!
Eugene,
They're easy to see.
Like a cat's tail.
this is when you see your friends wandering around, and they're now all wearing antlers made out of sticks.
I was just about to text him.
Well, I was also so the thing I was gonna do was gonna pull out the burner phone
Yeah.
Text you
and send a quick text message to the person labeled Eugene and go meet at Kitty Playground where antlers are being made. We can find hidden Krampus people.
Hey,
You see him texting that because you're behind him. Like you walked up behind the group, so you see him finishing that text.
And then
Walk away.
and then send, turn off burner.
He's really struggling with the T9 text.
I just got this phone. I don't know what I'm doing.
I also text him, Eugene, where you at? I don't turn off my phone.
The number you have reached has been disconnected.
How in the hell are you gonna give me your phone number and then not give me the right phone number?
Was that like text to speak?
No, I'm talking to my phone. I'm talking to my phone in a very frustrated manner because I'm expressing extreme frustration in the fact that my teammates cannot become a team.
It's so hard for a baseball player to just be like, I need a team!
Really, as I'm trying to bring people together here, and nobody...
Every time we get a chance,
I'll
we go,
send and say, right number, just wrong time.
No, please come back to me and us.
Please come back to me.
Ah!
Tanagiv!
Angry emoji with the little like.
This is important. This important.
This is Sparta.
I'm taking a dump.
All right. take
In
your
true
time.
Peter fashion.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Take your time. Take your time.
Will do.
Well, Eugene's indisposed.
Colleen,
did it?
make a perception. I feel like you went after this Krampus guy you'd be keeping an eye on.
Yeah. Did it sizzle like it was burning me or I was burning him?
You were
Could I
burning him.
tell? Okay. I want to give it a hug. 19.
19. So
Perception, you said, right?
yeah. So the Krampus that you went after, he moved off into the crowd. But there are plenty to watch, following children around. You see a child walk up to one of the stations, and kind of does that like sneaky like, and reaches out and goes to grab something off one of the tables. And as soon as that kid grabs it and puts it in his pocket, the Krampus jumps in, hand on the shoulder, kid's gone.
Uh-oh.
That Krampus
spaghetti-o.
swirls up, also gone.
That's not fair.
I want to be
Yeah.
kidnapped.
I liked that kid.
He gave me his lunch money without me bullying him.
No, he was one of my prodigies. Prodigy. Protege. And
Proja.
The past tense of prodigy.
and I run up to that Krampus and grab its tail.
That Krampus is gone. That's what I said. I said
They
the kid.
both disappeared.
The kid.
Oh.
He shoulder to the kid. Kid
Yeah.
disappears, and then he swirls up and leaves.
Can I... I'd like to approach one of the kids that has antlers on, and...
Is anyone besides Eugene proficient in Arcana?
Proficient in
I assume Eugene is being
I
wizard.
have a +0.
What is Arcana?
What is Arcana?
So that the two
Yeah, it's
people
just
who
that.
aren't currently.
Yeah, I know.
What's bombing?
I like
You're
baseball.
taking a really
Yeah.
arcanic.
I was just before I kept that information to myself. I wanted to make sure that nobody else had it.
Yeah.
Been
I'd
out
like
sending
to
stones.
ask this kid, hey, can you, if you see other kids that don't have these antlers, like you and me, you should try and get them to make the antlers themselves.
Okay. I don't know if
Listen, I know I know it's scary, but sometimes it's easier to see what's scaring us. You get it?
I see what's scaring me a lot.
Yeah. Problem is, not everybody does.
If people can't see them, they're right. It's kind of. What do you mean they can't see them? It's kind of obvious. They're like right there.
Listen, it's hard to explain, but I couldn't see him either. I don't know why, but now I can, and I think it has something to do with the horns.
So you mean if I don't wear the horns, I don't see them? I mean, I want to be able to see them so they can't get me, but you're saying if I take the horns off, I can't see them anymore?
Yes, that is exactly.
I
what
am
I'm
wearing
saying.
these horns forever. Forever. I'm never taking them off.
I don't think that'll be a problem. I don't think you have to worry about it for that long.
Well, do you know a good place to hide? Because my dad, he's getting really mad at me.
I don't think you have
he
to
doesn't
hide.
want me to
As long as
be
you-
scared anymore.
As long as you don't misbehave, don't do anything bad, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Don't be bad. Don't be bad. Wear the horns forever.
You don't
be
have to
bad.
wear the horns forever. Just,
Well, I don't want to not be able to see them.
that's entirely fair. Think about it this way. You like Christmas, right?
Yeah.
You just want to stay on Santa's nice list. That's all.
Oh, that's super. What about sometimes I like my brother's toys better. Like Santa doesn't get mad because you're supposed to share, right? So like if I take my brother's toys, that's okay? Because you're supposed to share.
Do you ask?
Yeah. Yeah, I do ask. I do. All the time. Every time.
Well, if you're
Most of the time.
asking, then it's okay.
I think someone's lying, and I don't.
Yeah.
Just wear the horns forever.
Well, either way, kid. Just if you see about another kid that's not wearing horns, try and get him to go make some.
Okay, yeah, horns. Everybody wear horns.
Yeah.
Everybody wear horns. Okay, I can do that.
Awesome.
Maybe.
What's your
Talking
name?
to strangers is hard. What?
What's your name?
Joey.
My name's Dante.
Dante. Hi, Dante.
Fist bump?
You're not a stranger, right?
No, my name's Dante. I'm a friend.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Bow. Thanks, kid.
Awesome. Okay. Wait!
What's up?
Okay, what? How do I get them to leave me alone?
Just
Like, is there a way to make them go away?
as long as you don't do anything bad. Look around. You're not doing anything, right?
I mean,
You're just kind of walking.
yeah, they're just kind of scary, and
Yeah.
sometimes they glare at me.
Just ignore them. Be a good kid. You're a good kid. You're a good kid.
I'm a good kid.
You're a good kid.
I'm a good kid.
All right.
Okay, I can do this.
Positive
Right.
affirmation.
I feel like I walked up to the tail end of that, and I'm like, well, actually, it's good if you wear them because, according to Yule traditions, it actually protects you from them. So you can't be harmed from it as long as you're a good boy.
Awesome! So cool. All right. Okay, so they can't get me if I wear the horns?
No, and as long as you're just being heckin' good, you're good. It's awesome.
And then he's like he's just like super excited at this point. Like he's just like jumping up and down. He's just like, so I just have to always wear the horns forever and just be good and they can't get me and awesome. Yeah, great. Okay. I'm gonna go tell my brother because he wouldn't wear the horns. He said they weren't cool, but I'm gonna tell him. And he like takes off.
Go evangelize.
Oh no.
Spread the good news.
The news!
Yeah.
We've turned Yule into a cult.
That'd be such a medicine.
Was it not?
It was already there.
You think it's not already a cult?
Horns, sacrificial ghosts, chanting.
Well,
Demons.
The slop fest, which is the same people from last year. They get
been
all their
trained.
pent up frustration out in 1 year. They're really mean to me once.
We lock them up for
Eugene, what's your-
364 days. The 365th is when they actually be let out.
Besides, finished done pooping.
oh, good.
Get a drink.
Okay.
Still looking, keep my eye out for Duncan.
Yeah, really trying there, bud.
Is there anything you want to do besides that? If your group comes and finds you again, are you going to avoid them again?
No, I think. Just be petty.
Because you rolled really kind of like on the high end last time, so you're not really going to find anything new.
Yeah, I'll just wait for them to come find me.
Okay.
If I see a kid who looks like he's about, or looks like they're about to like do something bad, or something that the Krampus might do the same thing again, I'd like to intervene. Or
Okay.
try to.
Yeah. It's not hard.
Wow. Harley being a force of order? Sorry.
No, not intervene with the kid, intervene with Krampus.
Uh-huh. Alright.
That's what I was waiting on. not interfering with the criminal activity.
No. Interfering with the
So,
lawgiver.
aside from wandering around watching the Krampuses stalk children, are we doing anything?
I will actively go to every single kid and who's not wearing the antlers. And then I will try and convince them to go and put them on. And I will also try and do that by letting them wear mine to let them know it looks cool. On
Check
them.
out these unimaginable horrors.
Hey, have you seen Five Nights at Freddy's?
I'm helping
Jump
them.
scare!
I'm helping them. And then
Turn around.
I'd be doing that. I'd be like, hey, don't take that. I'd be like, hey, put that back. That's not yours.
Put that back. So, just doing
Two different
normal-
approaches.
Imagine being a hall monitor at the Yule Festival.
Make me a dexterity check.
Absolutely. Dungeon Master.
Because the first time you put this on a kid's head, they're gonna take off.
It's a natural 2.
It's a natural 2. You no longer have antlers.
Okay.
Because that kid took off with those antlers to run away from the monsters they now perceive.
Okay,
Here,
great.
check this
I'll-
out.
I'll-
Oh,
I'll
shit.
I will go get another pair.
Sacrifice for a good cause.
This is Chris. Instead of convincing everyone to do it, he's gonna keep going through this for like 45 minutes.
He just puts it in and runs off, goes back. Is this loop of like going, making another one, going back?
He doesn't even
Which is easier.
Yeah, you put the antlers on the kid's head. He freaks out. He takes off running. He turns a corner. You hear him scream. He starts running another direction. He turns a corner. He screams. He turns another direction.
You're doing
and
a
you
good
just
job.
have a kid who's screaming as he runs through and like just... Yeah, basically, every time he comes around a corner of the tent where he couldn't see, he's screaming running the other way.
Yeah, so you're protected from Krampus.
Yeah.
Just don't steal. Okay.
Just don't steal. That's
Just
it.
Goodbye.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Killing's on the table, but don't steal.
My God, don't steal shit.
But if you steal, they're coming for you.
Just be a
man.
good heckin' boy or girl. Okay,
You
bye.
head, you head back to the Kit Kat station and you go to make another one. And Christine sees you and sees that you're not wearing your antlers anymore. And she goes, "Oh, did something happen?"
Mine were taken from me, but that's okay.
All right, well, let's see if we can't make you a set that stays on a little better. Yeah, and she helps you make another set.
Okay.
And when she puts them on your head, she like ties them with like 3 different knots. She's like, "No one's gonna be able to take this off of your head." I've actually braided a little bit of it into the back of the hair right here.
Oh,
so
okay.
like even if they try to take it, at least it'll stay with you. Like they're not gonna get away with this one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're just ripping out a chunk of hair. Hello.
That's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, like, you guys are like 12. Christine at this point just thinks that you lost it and don't want to admit it. That it fell off somewhere. So she's like, I'm just going to make it so it can't fall off. Like, she doesn't really believe that anyone snatched it off of his head because who would do that? They're sticks.
See, this is why I didn't want to invite Christine last time. She was my camp counselor over the summer, and she's just so micromanaging.
Yeah.
So condescending.
Band camp was real rough for you.
Don't remind me.
Is that where you discovered yourself?
Okay, so do I see any
Shut up.
kids that look like they're about to do something?
It's always band camp.
Yeah, I mean, kids are kids. You know, there's kids that are,
I'm helping you spread the word.
you know, the kids in the art stations,
Oh.
who are, you know, maybe pocketing small beads and stuff, you know. There's, and you see the ones that are wearing antlers are scared. They're not really getting far from their parents, so they're not really doing anything obtrusive. But the kids who don't see the Krampuses, the ones that are exploring on their own and just kind of wandering around, you do see one at one of the art stations, and they grab like a fistful of beads, and they're like looking at them, and you see them pick out one of the really sparklier, like you know, gemstone looking ones, and she goes to kind of pocket it away. You know, she's like, "That's pretty," and she goes to put it in her pocket. And it's not it's a kid station, so like it's not that she's stealing. She is stealing it, but it was intended for the children to dig through and make things. Yeah, so it's like it was free, but she is technically stealing it. But when she puts it in her pocket, and you see the Krampus begin to kind of move forward on her, because he was trailing back a couple of feet. What did you want to do specifically?
I wanted to run in and push the Krampus out of the way.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like be like, "No, she's mine," or I don't know, like kind of like beating him to the punch in a sense. Well, I'm like imagining that's the kind of physical action of like,
I like this
I'm
kid.
mine.
Bow.
Yeah. So you run in and you get between the kid and the Krampus, and you kind of just like do the force shove almost, you know, into his chest, and you get him back. And when your hands connect, again, the sizzling, the kind of the burning sensation, but you're not hurt. It's just from where you're touching him. And you push him back, and he recoils from the burn. And he gives you another one of those growls like the first one did. Sees the horns, kind of, you see his like claws like clench, like, I want to touch you, but touching you will hurt me. And he goes to jump over you. And because you're in your smaller diminutive human form, he jumps over you, and as he jumps over you, the tail kind of like latches the children's shirt, like right behind the neck. And you see...
Am I not standing close enough to the kid?
So you're standing in front of him. You know, but there's nothing between the kid and the table. You know what I'm saying? So like the Krampus is like jumping
on the other
side.
Okay.
And so his tail latches the kid's shirt and begins to do the disintegrating thing. But you're much closer this time because you're in front of him and you're seeing him. And when they start to, it's not so much that they disappear as dissipate. Right?
Am I not able to grab if I try grabbing the
kid? You can try grabbing him.
Mm-hmm.
What you get is fistfuls of black sand.
Alrighty.
Looking around the area, aside from these big old crampi walking around, is there anything else out of the ordinary that we can see because of the antlers?
Make me an investigation check.
For anyone who's nearby, they just...
For anything unusual that's different with the antlers on.
Because, like...
Other than the 57 other crampi walking around.
You know...
Yeah, like, those are very obvious.
Yeah,
you see them walking
a very
around,
established fact. They're walking around. They're big guys. They're stalking kids. But there's got to be something I'm missing here. A 5. What does that get me?
A 5.
What if I had my charisma to that?
So a 4, got it.
Hey!
Saw how you interact with that kid.
You see Harley standing in the middle of an empty crowd going, "Fuck you!"
I'm gonna be nice here because you guys are Festivus scions. You guys are used to looking for magic. I'm gonna give you advantage for looking for something different.
Roll 1.
Listen.
Shut up!
No.
I don't want to hear nothing from the Arcana person who's not even participating.
Damn.
Hey, when I wanted to get the party going, no. When they want to get the party going, I'm going to make it difficult now.
Wait, are those new?
Yeah.
Busting out the new ones.
Busting out new. What color?
Right,
The purple?
Yeah, it was a grab bag. It was
Oh.
a test tube.
My gosh.
I got 2 sets. I got a test tube set and one of these.
So nice.
Yeah.
What's the test tube set look like?
Black and white.
Like the ones
Hey.
I have.
No, I put it here.
Okay, yeah, you did. Sorry.
I have a history. That's
so,
fair.
a 5?
What did you roll?
A 4?
Can I... Wow.
New dice, same results.
You don't notice anything different. You're not picking up on any magical differences. Certain stands, right? When the children move into certain stands, the Krampus trailing them stay 3 to 5 feet behind them most of the time, so they're right in like grabbing distance if they do something. But when the children go into these certain areas, these certain stands, typically the ones with the more traditional items, things that are... These are people who have made their life crafting the traditional items versus making cheap Renaissance fair stuff.
Yeah.
Right? The Krampus do not enter those tents.
They're charms.
So there's something about these areas that offer protections, so that when the child enters into these areas, the Krampus do not follow them.
I'd like to pull that thread a little more and approach one of those stalls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you enter into one of those stalls. Excuse me. And inside you have an older woman who is selling their treats. So this is like a little bit of a food stand almost. She has a lot of the dried goods, the berries and the orange slices and the cloves, and she has pomanders, which are the oranges that have been dried out and have the cloves and spices kind of shoved into them. She has berry and popcorn strands that have been resined so that they stay throughout the season. They don't have to throw them away, you know. But she also has ones that have been fresh made for hanging in the trees outside for the birds, you know. So it's basically, she's made traditional outdoor natural decorations. And she's made some that have been made to be put inside and therefore have been like coated and protected so you don't bring infestation into your house.
Gotcha. Oh, how considerate.
Yeah. You will notice that on the instead of having a tent with like the metal poles and the tarp, she has gone all out. Like her person has put up like Lincoln log style posts, so it's easily put up and put down, but it's not metal, it's wood.
Yeah.
Okay, and then she has a straw, almost fabric-like material that's been woven that she's treating as her tent top. And in all of the pillars, she has runes that have been carved into all of the pillars.
Gotcha. Okay. So I walk in. Is this like a closed-off kind of tent?
No, it's open air.
It's just got the cover on the top.
Yeah, it's got the cover on the top for sun protection, but that's about it.
Okay.
There's some drop down, so if it were to rain, she could make it more of an enclosed space, but she doesn't have it closed off.
Gotcha. Okay. I walk into this tent, and I guess like aside from all the decorations, the first thing that would draw my eye are the little carvings on the posts themselves, the little rune carvings you mentioned. Because the little bit I've studied of Yule that I never got to talk about with my friends because they didn't want to talk with me about Yule. If I remember right, there was a section about runes. Can I roll a history check to remember the stuff that I studied?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. What does a 12 get me?
Okay. Runes are a way of punctuating strong emotions, offering up protections. It's also a way of pulling forth things that you want, you know? So if you wanted something to exude bravery, you might give it a bravery rune, you know?
Okay.
There's protection runes, there's, you know, blessing runes. These are things that you're either meant to bring on a, for lack of a better word, characteristic, or to bestow a characteristic onto somebody in the hope that it will kind of like help them channel that.
Gotcha. Okay. And you said this was run by an old lady, right?
It's an older lady, yeah.
An older lady?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
She'd be just on the cusp of grandmotherhood if she had her children young.
Alright. I guess it'd be rude to just look around and not say anything to her, I guess.
Not necessarily. People do that in stores all the time.
Right? But still, I'm trying.
So it's not perceived as rude. It's a little awkward, but it's not perceived as rude.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Sorry. I was actually studying Yule in class the other day, so I was just looking around because I saw all the cool stuff you have in here.
Oh yes, traditional decorations mostly. Do your parents decorate for Yule? Do you celebrate Yule?
No, we don't celebrate Yule personally, but I have a friend who does.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, we have some decorations ready-made. If they don't make their own decorations, they make a nice Yuletide gift.
Yuletide.
Yeah. You know, I have starter kits if you want to learn how to make some yourself.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, yes. And she pulls out like a little pre-packaged kit of some of the dried fruits and stuff and like string. And it's got like a little needle. It's wrapped up in something. It's put off to the side. And she's like, this one's actually very simple. I've already dried up all of the fruits for you. You just have to string them together on the strand with the needle. And then you can just hang them up in your yard and offer it up for the horned god. Birds really appreciate it. Most of the small animals, the squirrels and chipmunks and stuff, they love snacking on them. And when all of the fruit has been eaten away, you just take down the string and keep it for next year.
Okay. Can I eat the fruit?
I mean, you can.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I really like oranges. You know?
Sure. I mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna, but...
I mean, your mom might not like it if you string it up in your room and treat it like a weekly snack, but, you know, I don't know what your mom likes.
As I imagine, just perpetual dried oranges sliding in my mouth on a string.
Honestly, probably the pain of every parent who actually does Yule. Like, I'd be surprised if Duncan hasn't done that 100 times.
That's why all those decorations were down.
If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. Stop eating the damn fruit.
And stop putting the orange slices in my fucking room! I get it. It's a sacrifice. It's an offering. That's great. But you can't be dangling oranges above my head. I need my vitamin C!
Better than the vitamin D.
He's not there yet.
Alright, well,
He's waiting for the vitamin B to drop.
That or he's waiting to find AI to show him the way.
Vitamin B is balls.
Thank you for spelling it out for the 2-year-olds in the audience.
You're welcome.
Where are we going with this, guys?
I am going to pay for the starter kit, question mark?
Okay. Yeah. This is fair pricing, so it's definitely going to be like $15 for the pre-dried fruit, which is not like massively overpriced, but it is like more than you pay in a store.
Yeah. Well, my mom usually does the shopping, but $15. Yeah.
Little man, put that shit in my hand. If the money doesn't show me, oh,
So are you gonna want it back, sweetie?
Yes, please.
All right, no problem. Not a problem. She reaches down and she pulls out a small little tweed-like bag that's very similar to the roof material, and she kind of like ties it off for you.
Oh, did you make the bag too?
I did. That's super
really
easy.
cool.
I had a lot left over, so
I could tell.
Yeah.
And one more question before I go. I saw the markings on the posts there. What do they mean?
oh, mostly protection. You know, it's just good for the weather and stuff. You know, it makes me feel better about the sanctity of the tent.
Right.
You know.
I would like to take one last look at those markings just to kind of memorize how they go.
Yeah, sure. Make me an intelligence save. I think that'll be fun for memorization.
Oh boy.
On the go memorization.
On the go, intelligence saving throw. I got a +0 on this, so...
I figured... I tried. I figured the save would have more pluses than anything.
What does a 5 get me?
5. Of the... Yeah, it gets you a 1 in 5. Of the 5 runes, you get 1.
I get when you're here, you can.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
I'm very aware.
I'll take it.
Trust me.
Thank you so much, miss. You have a good evening.
Oh, you too.
Bye.
You know anybody else that wants some decorations, you know where to send them.
Will do.
Here's your box. Hey, that sounds like my friend. Huh. Odd.
Hey, that sounds like... I look over and I see the wizard hat in the crowd.
Hey, do you have the extra antlers?
Oh, yeah, I do. Here. Did you find Eugene?
Eugene!
You hear Chris yell Eugene.
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that one.
And I'm just gonna go running around. And on top of that,
Did you find Eugene?
Because that's who I made the extra antlers for.
Brother.
Okay, so you said you're going towards it or away from it?
Away from that one.
Away from that one.
Yeah, so,
Dominic would like to play.
Alright, I will stop where I'm at and get my spray bottle ready.
okay, well, I'm gonna go sprinting in a direction, hoping to find Eugene.
Yeah. Sprinting does not take long. Eugene is out in the open, spray bottle in hand.
He's wearing a wizard hat.
Good. Yeah, so I'm gonna go sprinting.
Okay.
And you just see me just sprinting to you with an extra thing of antlers and me wearing antlers on my head with the burner phone going, Eugene! And then I slide. Ow! Ow! It burns!
I'm gonna empty it on him.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
I walk up. All right.
And then I put it on your head.
All right, kids.
I don't know why he has it. He just said he did.
What? It's vinegar.
Why?
He knows why. He knows why.
Because to be bullied, you must first be bullied.
Even though he's trying to make friends.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Bully retaliation is to bully people.
Yeah. The Eugene way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah,
then,
sins of the father. Got it.
and then I forced the antlers on your head.
You can just ask.
No, you sprayed me with vinegar. Fuck you.
That's fair.
He reaches over your head and like forces the antlers down. He doesn't. I would not give him to be able to tie it without a check. If you wanted to fight it, I would have you do that. But the putting the antlers up to the hat and like putting them against your temples, even before they fall off because of the non-tying, you do see the Krampus. On top of that, because you are Arcana proficient, and since you were dropping off a box and you gave that to me, I'm going to say that you were dropping a box off of supplemental supplies to the Kid Cot station, because they are the ones that are going to be running out of supplies the fastest.
Perfect.
Because kids do that, take the free shit. So I'm going to say that you are near the Kid Cot dropping off the extra supplies. And with your Arcana knowledge, the walled off fencing for the Kid Cot station, which is just like a little log surrounding, those logs are etched with shining golden runes. And throughout the fair, now this is split second, like antlers hit your head, you see the flash of gold runes, you see the Krampuses rolling around, and you get a quick glance of the fair, and you see that there is more gold out there, but you can't, in that quick glance, discern where it is. So, like, when you put the antlers back on, maybe you'll get more, but for right now, it's out there.
Huh.
So you saw him?
The Krampuses?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
What's the plural of Krampus? Is it Crampi?
That's what I've been calling him, Crampi.
We're trying to find a gorilla Crampi, but no luck.
No, we've got
Next to it,
all these big ones. So.
Yeah, they're dressed up as Krampuses.
Okay, we're not talking about the ones that are dressed up.
Oh, you mean the ones that spookily behind
I
kids?
love
Yeah,
that I
those
offered
ones.
Eugene extra magical knowledge, and he's still pretending not to know. He's pretending. That makes me...
Like, you get it, right?
You want to take 5 minutes and explain it to me?
These are the actual Krampus, right?
Cool, got it.
I'm gonna assume that you took the antlers off of your
You
head.
took the
Well, I mean,
wizard
they
hat
kinda,
off,
like,
put
fell.
the antlers on.
Mhm, thank you. What the fuck you come from?
Okay.
And I've been here the whole time.
You found them.
Okay, so this is a real problem.
I have a solution.
Do share with the class.
Yes. What is your solution that you've been working on? I assume this whole time.
No, I've just been walking around avoiding you guys.
Okay.
He's learning. I'm rubbing off on somebody.
Well,
Unfortunately.
besides mass murder, I need more time to walk around.
Okay, can you fill us in on your plan at least?
I mean, you can just gather the kids in the safe spots that are outlined in gold.
I look around. Do I see these gold outlines?
You're not proficient in Arcana, you don't see it.
What are you talking about?
You got a map?
I pull out my smartphone and I open up the Maps app.
You got a
I
flyer?
zoom in.
Oh, look, a flyer.
Map?
Here, all the locations I marked are safe zones. They're outlined in gold. I'm assuming Krampuses can't get in them. Like, warded off.
I mean, I think that makes sense.
Move the kids in there. And then
Why
we can
can't-
deal with the Krampuses.
I see them though.
I'm going to assume because I wear a hat.
I put on my baseball hat.
Let me rephrase it. I wear a pointed hat.
I I tilt my baseball hat up. So the bill is pointing almost directly upwards.
I want to check on him.
So dumb.
Alright, anyways.
Anything I should know?
Yeah,
Yeah, so the Krampuses get burned if we touch them, and they can't touch us.
and they take the kids that are bad. Like, actually, they just straight up take them.
Poof! Black sand.
Have you attacked them?
I haven't.
I poked one.
She poked one. Hey Chris, are you okay? You look a little flustered.
He's good.
It burns!
Oh,
The vinegar.
right, the vinegar. We should probably get you some water.
There is a
Question
nurse
mark?
station nearby.
Why are you spraying him with vinegar?
Someone ran at me with horns.
Yeah, please someone take him to the nurse station. Explain to his mom why he has vinegar in his eyes.
Cool, I'll drag him.
I'm going with him. Actually, no.
I'm gonna start
Hey,
dragging
Harley,
him.
can you go with them while I try and start getting these kids into these zones right here? And I show her the map. We got to get these kids and everybody into these zones.
You're gonna get all the kids in all the zones.
I don't know what else to do.
Good luck with that.
Just try getting kidnapped by a Krampus. See where it takes you.
Get kidnapped.
It's one way of doing
Eugene,
it.
make me a history check.
That's not too bad. 16.
16. The last time that nightmares made it into the mortal realm, they were coming from a portal.
Kidnapping's one option. Second option, find a portal.
Right.
Oh, it's a lot heavier than I thought.
Right.
Anyone seen a portal?
It's probably with Duncan's mom.
Has got it going on.
Mrs.
And waited so long. Gonna drop your ass off at the nurse's station and go hit on Duncan's mom.
Okay.
Alright, so let's just do the nurse's station. Let's get it over with. We'll get you over there. Just want to get our players back into action here. So you take him over to the nurse's station, and his mom sees you coming in at first and just thinks that they're coming back in for a visit, but then when you put him in line for people to be checked out, and she realizes that her son is in line to be checked out for injuries and he is holding his eyes, and she rushes over and she goes, "Oh my god, Chris, what happened? What happened?" She rounds on you. What happened to him?
Vinegar in the eyes. It was a.
Where did he get vinegar to put in his eyes? It was that pickle station. I am going to get that pickle man. Chris,
No,
sit
not the
right
pickle
now.
man.
Not Pickle Rick.
And she gets the water bottle and she starts like rinsing your eyes out. And she's like, she's got one of those bottles with like the hole plugged into the top so you can squirt it, you know? And she's like plucking your eyes open and she's like looking for redness. And she's like, "Oh god, I am so glad you got here in time because I do not. I'm going to have to take you to the doctor now. We are going to have to get your eyes checked. Can you see? How many fingers am I holding up?"
Three, and you're making a circle.
Okay.
Ow.
Why were you messing with the vinegar?
I wasn't.
How did you get vinegar in your eyes?
Kid bumped into me and it went in my eyes.
Okay, but you're not supposed to be roughhousing enough for people to dump vinegar into your eyes. How hard did this kid hit you?
So hard.
Are you bruised?
She dipped his face in a bottle of vinegar.
I look at my elbow, which is scraped because I said I slid on the floor after being attacked in the eyes.
Yeah, watch out for the ruffians.
You like pull it up and you can see like the blood in the dirt. And she goes, "Oh my god, you were attacked!" And she's like, "We gotta get that cleaned out. You might even need stitches." And she starts getting the alcohol pads and she's like rubbing it down.
Oh, no. Chris's mom is overbearing.
Helicopter
So
mom,
this
she's a
might
nurse.
sting a little bit.
And the whole time she's just like, my poor child, I'm going to fix you up. I'm going to find out who did this to you, and they are going to pay. I'm going to get with their parents, and they're going to be grounded forever.
As I'm walking out of here, then I peek my head back in.
Not even.
It's so funny story.
You put his mom on a warpath, by the way. Like, she may not ever let you associate with him again.
Oh, I dropped him off
If he
and
tells.
walked. I'm going to Duncan's mom.
So,
Yes, we are going to.
we leave you at the nursing station. You're heading over to where the mom was at the museum stand.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that is not a bad idea to find Mrs. McMiller. She seems to be the key in all of this.
Yeah, she
seems
is.
to be... Shut up! Fucking horn dog. You're 12.
13,
Jesus.
13 with no parents.
You know, that
I'm
explains
gonna
a lot.
begrudgingly kind of follow or lag behind, but I'm also gonna pay attention since we mentioned a portal to see if like there seems to be a general area where the Krampuses are coming from,
That would be
or
a good idea to
leaving
keep
towards
keep an
when they're not
eye
just
out.
like disappearing.
Yeah.
See if I pick up on any patterns.
Okay. You can make me a perception. And so we're heading back.
Yeah.
We're heading over. She's heading over, but looking at the same time for patterns. You're aware of where they're going.
18.
Cool.
Because you did hear the thing about the portal, and you guys know the connection about Duncan's mom. So when you get done with the nurse station, how are you getting yourself away from your mom? How are you convincing her that it's okay for you to go back out into this?
I just want to go and get some water. Can I just go get some water?
We've got water right here, honey.
Yeah, convince Barrow that you gotta... I mean, Rachel, your mom. That you gotta leave.
I don't see any difference in all the three things you just said.
Yeah, no, there's no difference.
Corporate is asking you to tell them to see these two photos.
We just need one more character and we can make it a little square.
You know, thank God that the antlers didn't, like, go into my skull when I failed. That would have been Betty.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah, give your mom that.
Hey, we have a healer.
I think I'll be okay. I just want to go be a kid. Can I just go?
Guilt trip? Wow. This guy.
My friends think it's really uncool that you're being a helicopter mom right now, man.
Weren't you ever a kid once, Mom? Do you remember what it's like?
I just don't want you to get hurt, baby. Like, if this is what's gonna happen when you hang out with your friends, maybe you need to get better friends.
Okay.
You got the best friends. What are you?
Agreed!
Your friends are great.
Well, I think I'll be okay. I don't think it was intentional. It was just an
It was!
Your friends are cool. Your friends are rad.
We raised you to be strong, and don't let people pick on you.
Yeah.
Your friends
Alright?
really
If your
nice
friends
people.
treat you badly, they are not your friends.
Your friends don't treat you badly.
I mean, you're not wrong.
If I find out that you're letting one of your friends bully you, then you are not defending yourself.
I'm gonna bully you.
I'm going to tell your dad you have to go back to the camp. And you're going to have to relearn all of your personal defense mechanisms.
What kind of camp is this?
Safety camp, the police academy. Because he is in the junior ROTC.
Okay, good.
I
I think you different camp. Back to the camp with you.
And you'll
There's
never know
so
what
many-
camp that is.
Yes.
Hi ho.
It's the junior
off to where
ROTC
we
in
go.
personal defense.
No.
It's like he was signed off on personal defense, but if you need a refresher course, we'll do it.
Can we talk about it later?
Yes. I
Okay.
love you. Have fun. Don't get hurt.
I love you, Mom. I'm sorry.
Actually, that's Father
But if you get hurt, you come back here. Don't hide it.
I wasn't hiding it.
I know. I love you.
I love you. Okay.
There's a lot of love in it.
And then I just walk out. just so ashamed.
I am so glad your
Mom's
mom
such a
did
good
not
little
see me
pacifist anymore.
drag you in by your feet and then plop you on a chair. Well,
You just plopped him
Yeah.
in line.
I was like, I'm gonna drag him over. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna limp over to wherever they were
Okay.
going
Gotcha.
to
So-
try and connect the party.
Man, it's been so hard.
Yeah, don't let your friends bully you.
What was the roll you made for your perception for the Krampus?
18.
18? Okay.
High pot, meet kettle.
Actually,
So-
we should really be saying it to Ben.
As you guys are making your way over to Miss McMiller's tent, you guys...
I have a dad, relax!
Just because there's a gully doesn't mean you can't score.
It does with that list, we can't.
Pull back if into Weston!
Anyways, so you guys are making your way back over towards the tent. As you guys get closer and closer to that
Can't do all of
setup,
them.
you don't really notice so much of a pattern of the Krampuses. They're not. There's no willy-nilly to who they're following outside of kids without antlers versus kids with antlers.
Mm-hmm.
There does seem to be a higher concentration of them the closer you get to the tent. The farther out you guys were,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and the kids were kind of scattered out,
Yeah.
there were less of them. But since this is the front runner learning station, this is where the parents are bringing their kids to learn about the stuff before they let them go out and everything. So there is a higher concentration of them here.
Okay.
And almost, now that you guys have the antlers and can see them, there's almost like a ring of them kind of around the tent. So it's almost like they're just waiting for the kids to leave the tent. The kid leaves the tent, and that's mine.
I'm gonna walk up to one. What are we waiting for? I'm gonna walk up to one, like, in back and, like, put my hand. What are we waiting for?
Sizzles.
Cool.
They don't make a response to it, but they do kind of like throw their arms back to try to get you off of them, and they will make a swipe at you. So what's your armor class?
Ironically, 12.
12? When you put your hand, were you doing one on each shoulder for 2 Krampuses, or just on both shoulders of 1 Krampus?
How big are the cramp eye?
They're as big as an adult man.
Okay, so then both.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 13 and a 15. Which I believe is a
Damn.
hit.
Damn.
Wonderful.
Damn. Man. The old
They are going to slice you with their talons. They're each going to hit you for 6 points apiece. That's 12.
God. Fucking fuck around and find out.
This is the first time that one of them has
Touch.
hit back. So.
I'm gonna run up to
Wait.
my friend.
Were they able to touch him with the antlers on?
Yeah, I didn't say it didn't hurt them, but they were. It's the first time, like when you
Mhm.
because you didn't make any kind of physical attacks. You shoved and you went to poke,
Mm-hmm.
and they just kind of like belayed that and kind of moved on.
Okay.
When he went in, he went for the hand.
Yep.
And he did that knowing he was going to burn them.
Right.
And so he was like holding down on them, and so they kicked back
Mm-hmm.
and then slashed him.
And they were able to do
This
that
was-
even though he had the antlers on.
Yes.
Okay. Just
Yes.
just pattern detection.
Mhm.
Clarification.
Yeah. This is the
They can hurt us, but
Oh, I can help.
Yeah.
yeah.
the protection
That
is to
recoil
keep them
damage?
from. Yeah.
I'm gonna run up to Eugene, who I assume is not doing too well right now.
No. I'm unconscious.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna pull him out of there.
Well, shit.
So you pull Eugene back. You saw the Krampus. You saw them slice him. You saw the sharpness of the talons.
Mm-hmm.
Eugene is not injured. He's unconscious.
Mhm.
He's not injured. He's not bleeding. There are no scrape marks.
Gotcha. I am not magic. I don't have any magic stuff on me, except for not that thing that could help me right now. So,
Is he still unconscious?
He's been knocked unconscious. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to try and
I made
perform,
I made a systematic point of doing this in the first session. So
some first aid. Try to see if I can bring him back up
okay.
to consciousness. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not hard. You don't have to roll for this.
Okay.
It's not hard. You're a 12-year-old or thereabouts.
Okay.
Okay, and you're doing what you think is first aid.
Shake. Hey.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's in that scrambled moment of like, you know, trying to get your friend back up, and You do. It's not hard. You give them a little slap to the face or whatever. Maybe a little harder than really needed. It brings him back around. It brings him back around. You are very much reminded of when you guys met the smoke monsters at the school. So that they can hurt you. You will go unconscious, but you're not bleeding out into the world. Which also tells you that they are not fully here. You guys have been given the ability to see them. They are not fully here.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna help Eugene up to his feet. So.
Guess they can touch us.
That didn't look fun at all.
Oh, no one said they can hurt us.
Now, what did we learn?
With a fucking duck.
Alright. We have to find out.
Duncan's mom. I got it.
Yes.
Start walking over to
find
Duncan's
out
mom.
where Mrs. McMiller is and
One track mind.
But actually, in this particular case, helps a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
you make
buddy.
your way. Are you going into the tent or around the tent where you saw her last?
Where I saw her last.
Okay. So you go around the tent. The displays that you guys saw them building up to before have been laid out. Finally, the first two have been brought out and around. They've already been on display. One of which, the first one, having been the antlers. Okay. When you guys head around the back, and you can see that the last part is this huge, the last display that's going to come out is this huge archway that has been made up. I say huge, I mean tall, not necessarily massive, but it's this big archway that would be over top of a tall, adult male. So it's not going to be, it's a picture backdrop. It's a picture backdrop, and so this very highly decorated outline that is the ferns, it's the ribbons, it's the straw, it's got goats. It's basically like when you have the huge things at Disney World. It's like the tinsel garland that's this big around, but Yule, so it's more natural. It's stuff like that's not plastic shiny tinsel.
gotcha.
Okay, and it's
Find
been
this at the Joann's.
right, and there are mixed into this decorations. There are all of these small wooden medallions that have the runes carved onto them. And some of these runes are runes that you recognize from the protection stones and everything.
I know at least one of them.
Yeah, you know at least one. You recognize them as being the runes that you've seen around.
Yeah.
For you, most of them have gold edging, but they've been altered. Okay? Where one rune should just be a V, now it's a V with a slash through the side on one of them. Which, that rune, though etched in gold around where the original rune should be, the rune itself, internally, is black.
Found a portal.
Yeah.
How do you know?
It's like you can when son of a bitch.
Yeah.
How do you know that's it?
I can't say it. It's not PG.
What?
Alright, so what was the last time? Oh, yeah, we gotta sing, right?
Sing?
That's how we closed the last one?
Something like that. Can I roll a history check? I don't actually remember what we did to close the last one. What does a 6 get me?
God, Ramon.
This is third natural 4.
Brother.
Can I do a history
I
check
think
too?
that dice might be loaded.
22.
It's the new one.
Would you like to use a festival set? I've got red and green back here.
No. I
22.
bought these dice and I'm gonna get my usage out of
It's
them.
like breaking in a new pair of shoes.
Bless you.
Sorry,
Where did
excuse me.
that duck come from?
The duck's the boss!
They come in twos, so I'm not even going to start until the next one shows up. Just because I said that, it won't happen.
Oh yeah, got scared away. Said I do not want to be perceived.
Fun facts about ducks.
Did
They
we
drowned
sing-
their
did we-
mates.
They're made for life.
Did we sing? Did we
Someone
sing
give
to
me a
close the
napkin,
portal?
And they also have corkscrew penises.
Like actually,
Never mind.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I don't.
So much for being PG.
On hedgehogs eat their own shit.
Okay. With an over 20 history check, Yes, the portal last time was closed with a combined Christmas carol from the group. But, like most things in Festivus, the magic is started by the spreading of holiday cheer, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a carol. It could be something symbolic, but it's something that would pursue cheer to the surrounding area or to the people, stuff like that.
Right.
So, like a very fond and joyful, cheerful memory of Duncan's mom.
No, not a memory. So it's something that you do to offer cheer.
Duncan's mom. Sorry, I had to do that last one.
The setup was
a
bad.
physical action. Singing would be a physical
know,
action.
you're
Peter, I will remove you from your own table if we can't do this.
Damn. You're gonna
I
have to go
just
sit in
giggled
your
on that
room.
one because
I know, but I know why you giggled.
I heard it too, to be fair.
Duncan's last name is McMiller.
hey,
Yo.
my poor
Miller.
Yes, it's real.
Yeah, we are so real.
Duncan, what's Duncan's last name? Boo. Duncan's last
Hey!
Duncan Boo.
name is Boo. Duncan Boo.
Hey!
That's-
Hey!
I have
Hey!
no idea what's going on. I can't read it from this distance.
Alright, well, what do you guys want to do to close this portal?
Well, we could. I think we're doing it. Well, wow, words are hard. I think we're doing a good job trying to spread, like, tell the kids to make antlers, but we got to step it up.
Where does the portal go to?
The
Probably
bad place?
Festivus, or that bad place that the Sandman mentioned.
So remembering from last time there was like black sand or nightmare stuff coming from the portal. That like made it clear.
The
Probably
fog.
shouldn't go
the fog
into it.
was
Yeah.
coming from the portal. Yeah,
Is
that's
there
how
any-
they were appearing. Yeah.
If this is supposedly a portal, is there anything that's like coming from this one that makes it seem like if
How
we go
big is
into
it?
it,
So
we're
you
going
don't
straight
see
into
the
danger?
archway. The archway looks to you guys like a simple archway. You don't see
Right.
the magical. You're not Arcana based. You don't see the magical.
said it was,
He said it
right?
was, but you don't see it. Just like you didn't see the runes glowing in the kid area. But as far as you guys are concerned, it just looks like a very well decked out backdrop. There doesn't seem to be anything coming out of it, or there's no swirly magical portal miasma
What
or anything
happens
like
if I
that.
try to put my hand through it?
You reach out and touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You reach out.
Oh, my God.
And your hand goes through the display. You don't really feel anything. It feels intensely cold, but other than that, nothing. And then you pull your hand back.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Chris's shirt and I'm gonna stick my head in.
No!
No, you're just my tether.
You stick your head through, and you find yourself in a place that's very similar to the Veil of Slumber, in the sense that it's the same kind of like inky, starry galaxy blackness, but instead of having the golden path of sand, you see the slick, slimy black trail that would be like the tar-like substance that you guys had before. And coming towards you on that trail is a line of Krampus.
Yep, they're coming from in here.
Okay.
There's more coming.
Okay.
Does this mean we go in?
No, I don't think that's a good idea. But I do have an idea as I pull out my hand-woven bag and whip out my Yuletime starter kit.
Uh-huh.
Let's decorate the archway.
When
Okay.
you pull out your starter kit,
Yeah.
you realize that of the runes that you don't remember, at least the one you do remember, is written on that starter kit.
See this.
So
one-
are the others. You just don't remember what they are.
Yeah. See these? The lady that sold me this, right? She had a tent. She was in a tent, and the tent had these rune thingies on there, and I know they look very similar.
They do.
I'm sure
Now that
of
you
at
have
least one
something
of
to
them.
compare them to, you can see the differences to the ones on the...
Do they match what's the ones in the notebook?
Yes. Yeah, so the ones that you found in the notebook match the ones that are on his binding, but they are different from the ones that are on the altered ones that are on the archway.
Cool.
But now you have the correct ones. You have the correct runes, so you can now visually see the differences between the runes that you have, which are correct, versus the ones on the archway that have been altered.
All right, so I think as I'm looking through these runes and I'm like holding them up to the ones that look similar enough that we know are the altered ones, I think we got to try and fix these right here as I point to all the weird ones. Is there, like, if I try wiping it away with my hand to, like, the altered parts of the rune, does that do anything to them?
It does.
Oh.
Some of them smudge, like maybe they were drawn on with charcoal. Some of them don't.
Huh.
Some of them look like they might have been altered with like permanent marker or paint.
God damn, I'm out of vinegar.
That's okay. Do you have... Here, help me. I'm going to show everybody the runes.
Perfect.
Help me start cleaning these up. And,
Can I replace it with the correct rune? Mm-hmm. So I'll clean it and replace it.
There we go. In the meantime, I am going to take up the strings of dried oranges and other such knickknacks that you told me were in there, but I honestly cannot remember right now. And I'm going to start...
I didn't really tell you. I just said dried fruits.
Okay, cool. There's a bunch of dried fruits, and I'm going to start setting up that string there.
You're probably going to use the notebook to, like, make sure we're doing it right, because there were doodles of, like, the dried fruit and, like, how he hung them and the different things in there, so...
And once I'm finished with that, I am going to go ahead and try and string that strang around the archway itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not hard. Combined effort. As you guys are making these changes, there are some Krampus that cross the line over. But you are wearing the antlers, and they don't seem to, like... they're not acknowledging you, they just don't care. You have antlers, and therefore are not the target.
We're not the target of their idolatry.
What?
I said what I said.
Somebody has a vocab calendar that doesn't necessarily mean knows what it means. It's just the word of the day.
We're not the target of
Well,
their
I
adultery.
hit my target. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just gotta pause what I'm doing and look down at
I
Chris.
say that with the
What?
utmost affection, as I was a kid with the vocab calendar, and I did not know how to use most of those words when I came across them. But you put them in as many sentences as you can, because you know what? If I put it in 10 sentences, one of them's got to be right.
Yeah.
How else do we learn but doing?
At least one adult was really proud. The other adults were like, I don't know what crap she's been reading.
What the fuck is Copernicus?
It's what the kids would say.
So.
Smut.
Once all of the runes have been realigned back to their original shape, the crossing over of the Krampus does cease. Do you try to go through again? Do you try to check it or anything? They stop coming through.
Yeah.
So you know they stopped coming through.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Same.
You go to touch it.
This time I brace.
You reach out your hand. Solid.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Oh! Well, I don't think it's a portal anymore.
Well, that's a relief.
That's awesome.
We did it.
High five! Thanks. I high five Eugene. You know, one of these days, I'm gonna get the rest of you to give me that high five.
I fist bumped you earlier.
Heck yeah.
So as you guys finish up the portal closure, and you're giving yourself a moment of like high fives, fist bumps, and finger snaps that go a little unnoticed.
I noticed, I just didn't care.
Refill the vinegar.
Please don't.
That's about the time when Miss McMillan will come around the corner and she sees the four of you and she goes, "Guys, you really can't be back here yet. It's not time for us to bring out the display yet. You know,
We did this for Duncan." I'm just gonna walk away.
She just like looks Because now she's worried that you guys have done something to the archway. And she looks at it and she goes, okay, well,
Sorry,
I'm sure he'll appreciate whatever. What did you do?
we saw some of the runes. The little rune things were kind of messed up, so we fixed it up. Looked like someone had like graffitied on them or something.
Oh, well, that's disturbing. And she starts going through all the runes one by one. And she goes, okay, well, thank you for fixing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you do that again?
Duncan's our friend.
Who?
Your son?
I don't have a son.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think we have confused you with someone else.
No,
no.
we haven't. No.
Hey, we should go find our friend.
Yeah, please
Um,
don't mess with the
yeah,
displays.
sorry again. We are so sorry. Let's go, everybody. And I'm gonna go ahead and usher the rest of my group out.
Oh no, the consequences of my actions.
Hey, I guess you're not the only orphan boy here now.
Not the.
I was gonna say that too. So like.
Wait, do you know what happened to Michaela's sister?
Well,
You said she forgot. She was forgotten, right?
yeah, she was kind of like forgotten.
Like, parents didn't remember her.
Yeah.
Did she say how she disappeared?
No. She didn't. She didn't.
I'm just fighting words.
But my dad did go over to the place. I didn't really talk to Dad about it, but I know he went over there in the morning because after he dropped me off of school, then he said he was going to go to the parents, so he went over.
Okay.
He never got back to you by that.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, I figured. There were other things going on.
All right. So I lead everybody out of the tent, out of the area, and once
As you guys start to walk away from her, and she's still looking at that archway, trying to figure out what you guys did to it, because she didn't perceive any of the runes to be messed up. So she's still looking, and she's like, they wouldn't have been back here for no reason. So she's kind of like just kind of going over it.
why does everybody think I'm a delinquent?
But look,
I'm
it's
the
not
one
that she
good
thought
one.
you were delinquent personally. It's that she had a display set up in a backstage area, and she walked back, and 4 kids were standing around going, "We just fixed it for you."
Fair.
Because we knew more about Yule than they did. That's
Right.
okay.
Right.
Damn.
So as she's looking it over, and you hear her start to hum a carol, and it's not a Christmas carol, and I'm sorry guys, I don't know a Yule carol, so we're just gonna say a Yule carol because they exist, but I don't know them, and I won't try to. I won't try to make one up because that would be bad.
La.
Duncan's mom's has got it going on. Fa la 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 la.
That's not the lyrics.
There you go.
Troll the ancient
Look,
Yuletide
this
carol.
joke going.
Thank you.
I hope they put the
Thank
bass.
you for offering that up for me. And you hear her start to kind of hum that as she's going over the decorations. And when you hear her do that, you turn and you look back, and through the archway where there was the mural that Duncan had obviously drawn, because I told you that earlier, you see Duncan. There is nothing around him. It is just Duncan. And you see him kind of trailing around looking, and then you very, very faintly hear him call out for his dad. She does not seem to perceive this. She's checking over the outlines of the stuff. But yeah, so when you turn around, you see her singing, and you can see Duncan in the archway.
Can you just walk over and grab him?
That's what you want to do?
Okay. You can walk over and
I
grab him.
am simultaneously
I'm not.
running and jumping at the
I'm right behind
portal.
her. Literally right behind her.
Yeah.
Probably
I
underneath him if he's going to stand up reaching.
Oh, just
I think
go.
whereas she did it by instinct, I did it by reaction that she did it.
Chris, your 3 friends go through a portal.
Action, not reaction.
Don't forget the vinegar.
I'm gonna grab
So I'm gonna.
Eugene by his little cloak and take him with. Let's
I
go.
don't have a cloak. It's a suit. I'm already going.
Now you have a suit.
Yeah, he was already going in.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Chris is the only one who didn't say he immediately runs in, so everybody else kind of runs towards it. Chris, your friends just ran into a portal.
Close it. Close it. Close it. Close it.
I'm not a criminal. And then I just run through. And I just look at Mrs. Duncan. I go, I'm sorry, Mrs. Duncan.
So either two things are going to happen. One, she actually sees us go through a portal. Or two, 4 kids just ran into something and got unconscious.
Okay.
Or we just fade away from her memory.
2 things.
Hey, I'm not an arcanist. And I'm fucking 12 years old.
A what?
Arcanist.
Okay, it's okay.
It's like an Arcanine, except it's an Arcanist.
I'll go wait for Arcanine.
So, as you guys
I appreciate it.
pass through the portal, and you kind of like stutter step when you land, because you're a little off balance going forward, and it's almost like
She hadn't changed the runes, right? She had just started humming.
she just started humming. And so when you guys go through, it's like when you are going somewhere at a quick pace and then you hit a downhill, and not a steep one, just a gradual one, but just enough to kind of throw you off balance a little bit, so you had to like catch yourself so you don't fall face first into the ground. And you land, and you are you're back in a forest that looks a lot like the surrounding forest around the Yule village, around Mistletoe Meadow. But in front of you is Duncan. And he's got like a lantern, and he hears you guys stumble up behind. So
Not Novus.
No, it's Duncan.
Thanks. Yeah.
It is Duncan. He's in front of you. So you're out searching the woods for your dad. You are following a trail that the matron has put you on as a possible route for a wanderer. And from behind you, you hear 4 people kind of stutter step into existence behind you.
I turn around and immediately I'm like charging up 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, praise the God.
It's us. It's
Holy
us.
shit.
It's us.
Pokes
I'm
your
going to run
hand
over here and push him.
to make sure you're real.
Jesus, what a bunch of antagonistic children.
Fucking jackass.
You pop up out of the woods after like a week and a half, and that's how. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
You disappeared.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Why do you look like
I've been here for a long time. A
Why?
lot longer than I probably should have. My dad's gone missing.
Do we all look like ourselves too?
Yeah.
Like none of us changed.
Yeah,
into
you
Festivus things?
entered into Festivus through a portal
Daytime portal.
from the daytime. So yeah, you're all currently your kid
Okay.
selves.
Okay.
Now
This
you guys
isn't-
know that it is possible to become your
You're
alternate self, but since
exposed.
you made the transition from the day, you
We're
kept your
stuck
kid.
like
You
this.
kept.
Yeah.
No, you can
Feel
make your
naked and
you
cold.
you can make yourself into your hero form, but because you passed over through a daytime portal, you came as your child self.
Gotcha.
So you guys can manifest your hero form if you want,
Okay.
but
So we do.
Alright.
Newspapers.
This isn't ideal. Who sent you here?
nobody sent him here. He came here on his own.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay. I think what the better question is, how do you know your dad's here?
So you know the whole thing about the missing kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're missing.
Yeah, I figured that one out. They are, how do I put this? Being turned into monsters?
Monsters.
Yeah.
Okay. What does your dad have to do with this?
The same people that have been taking the kids took my dad. I don't know if, I don't know if,
Is your dad a kid? Sorry.
I was about to ask the
My
same
bro-
fucking thing.
my brother in Christ.
Sorry. I get.
Make a history check at advantage because you've been exploring this for a while.
I was gonna ask the same thing when I had the moment.
Listen, I'm sorry.
It's only been kids so far.
Humor is my defensive mechanism. When I'm nervous, I make jokes.
21?
21. So
I'm That is indeed
For the
interesting.
week that you've been investigating this, and for the time that you took to investigate why your dad's missing before you decided to make the tramp over into Festivus.
Yeah.
It's not so much that they are targeting children. They target people with the highest connection to the holidays and the holiday cheer. Happens to be children most of the time because they're the ones that still believe. You believe that your dad was taken because by that same standard, your dad is the one who actually fully takes Yule to heart. Yule is real.
Yes.
Yule is not tradition that is brought on to, have something to celebrate. Yule is legit.
Yeah.
That is why you believe your dad to have been targeted.
Copy paste exposition.
Okay, so you think your dad was targeted because he really believes in Yule?
Thank you for repeating what I just said, but yes.
Okay, I just wanted to get the abridged version out, know.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do we go from here? Because...
Have I discovered like a general location?
So
/ base?
when you made the connection between the people who were being taken, and you took it back to the matron, the matron would have informed you that if that were something that was happening, that you could follow the wandering path, and that the wandering path could lead you to the Veil of the Lost. So you are looking for the Veil of the Lost by walking the wandering path.
So it's like the Yellow Brick Road, but it's way shittier and it's really depressing.
Gotcha. Look, I don't know how much time we have, because your mom doesn't remember you.
That's incredibly bad.
Oh shit.
So,
Oh no. We gotta go.
Yeah, we need to wrap this up.
We
very
gotta
quickly.
go
Yeah,
like
we need-
now.
She's also a liar.
We can deal with that later.
Is she okay? Has she been... Did he take his meds this morning? Did anyone check if he took his meds this
I
morning?
mean, I also pushed you. You did
Your
nothing.
mom?
So
I don't know.
douche.
He's just mad because she didn't know something that she should have known.
What, like me being her son?
Aside from that, what was it? I don't remember. That was last week.
I know what it is, but I didn't tell anyone.
This is above so you're just being mad and not telling anybody why you're mad?
No, I was just saying.
I'm really confused. Did you take her meds this morning?
Did you take her meds this morning?
No, your meds, not her meds.
I
That's
don't have meds.
buddy.
Don't buddy me, mister. I'm going to leave without noticing or telling
Alright,
anyone.
I'm sorry, my fucking dad got taken. So what
Hey,
are you
you should
supposed
just
to
ask
do?
for help?
So, you're going through emotional distress.
I'm gonna step
It's fight or
between
flight?
these two.
Well, yeah.
All right, all
Name a
right.
flightless
I thought we were friends.
Hey, your mom is forgetting you. Let's go.
Let's go. Veil the Lost.
Oh, by the way,
We're off to see the wizard.
by the way, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Duncan.
Chris, he was the,
if I can, I'm going to manifest dog form.
I'm just a small human
Alright.
kid.
Does anybody else manifest their forms?
Wolf, motherfuckers.
Not yet.
I
I don't think there's a reason to right now. But yeah. Hold on to that.
I feel like if I do it now, that means I don't have to do it later. So I'll do it now. And my form is
that
definitely
makes-
different than last time.
How does your form look now?
It is now blue with silver linings throughout it, with very, very hidden but very multiple time turners throughout the entire thing. The helmet has a shimmering cloud covering any portent of skin that it might reveal. And
Is your red hair still sticking out?
no, it is not. For that particular reason. So
I just thought that'd been funny if he changed his entire outfit and forgot the hair.
I thought about that, and so it's mainly the color, the time turner. They're smaller, but they are multiple, and it is every part of my skin that could be showing is instead covered with an essence of like cloud.
Okay.
Wow. You shy or something?
No.
I know not what you speak of.
Alright.
So how long are you gonna take to make a rule?
Cling.
Oh, we're using our made-up guys. Okay.
Cling.
I feel like for Duncan, like the extreme fear for your dad and everything probably just kept you from making that transformation because
weren't
you,
even thinking
when you
about it.
passed because you guys still have when you pass into Festivus, you still have access to all of your hero magic, whether you're in that form or not. Once you're in Festivus, and I think that maybe
you were just
so single-minded, like it was like forget Novus.
This
yeah,
is a Duncan
but
mission.
it's that, but there's also a subconscious of like I think I wanted to in order to like have all the powers, but then I'm like, wait, but if my dad sees me like this, that's gonna be a whole other thing, and Duncan's not ready for that.
Whenever you thought about it and considered it, you're like, oh.
Yeah, Duncan's not ready for that conversation.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good boy.
Awesome.
Ball boy. Clanky boy.
Ball boy.
A literal 12-year-old.
Oh, you're keeping your Duncan form?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm too scared of if I do end up finding Dad, like in the next little bit of him seeing Novus and me going, Dad!
What did you get? A dog, a suit of armor, a baseball player,
And a twink. Got it.
and a twink.
You know what I didn't do before we started? Even though I was sitting here?
Get Avengers.
Yep. It's okay. Where's your Invisible Boys?
My
Not
Invisible
the
Boys?
Invisible Boys.
They're one of them.
Yeah.
Then the good guy ones. Not those, so they'll either be right of the
This
Other
stack
one?
or this stack?
that one. It would
Good.
be in that
Please
one,
don't die.
or whichever one has the good ones in them.
Let's see, he's dying.
Who's that?
Dying. It's gonna
Don't
be
cough
okay.
in your mic, you noobs.
He's okay.
Yeah, whoever's dying.
He's dying.
Travis.
Not Travis.
Choke on a lollipop.
He did. But it's okay.
Oh, you're looking at the bad guy one.
Well, look in the stack. You go.
Dominicus. Ramon. I'm gonna make Travis sit on your hand.
One for each of us.
Yeah, just grab a handful.
Sorry, Travis.
Not yet, you're not.
Five. That's at least 5 of them.
That works.
No, that's what Travis choked on.
Good.
I will hand this off to you because that's something that you guys will keep track of probably.
Play Magic
Yeah,
with
but
us.
Let's do it.
Where's your D10?
I don't know. We need more players,
I
so.
just didn't know where it went. That guy will definitely play Magic. That guy right there will definitely play Magic. He'll play Magic.
Yes. We're doing the thing.
He'll play Magic.
What are we doing?
How
That
is
guy
this
will play
commander?
Magic too.
These
Those
guys
two
just
guys
look
will
fun, so
play
we're just gonna
Magic. This guy too. Those 3 guys will play Magic.
Hello.
You do it.
Anyways.
Also, I named off all the nicknames.
New game.
And I didn't say yours out loud, I just winked at you.
Oh.
Not the wink.
That's how you do
So-
stuff.
You guys head
Roll a
down.
persuasion check.
Is everyone? We're all good heading down the wandering path.
We're proceeding
My
down
wink is,
the
I know
wandering
who
path.
you are.
Awesome, great.
I'm not going to say it out loud.
As you guys make your way down the wandering path, I want
I
you
don't
guys
know
to
how
go
you
ahead and
perceive
make
it,
some
though.
perception checks for me.
Perception checks.
No.
Oh, we weren't doing initiatives.
Following the
No,
style.
no, perception checks. We haven't made
Natural
initiative
20.
yet.
Oh, I guess I will roll now. Because I rolled an 18 thinking it was initiative time.
No, I just in my
I think
brain
out
I
of
was like,
anyone
we're
he
heading
trusts you
towards
the most right
initiative,
now.
and I hadn't picked out figurines, so I just stopped.
Was it 12?
My brain only has
then?
one thing, so.
I think with my nat 20, you didn't have a choice.
11.
25.
Woo!
11.
I see everything.
Oh, I didn't. I was rolling for
Perception.
something else. Oh, that natural 20 would have been all nice.
Yeah.
Would have been so nice. 9.
15.
15.
12.
Dare you waste my natural 20?
That's
Hey,
been my
hey,
highest
hey,
roll so
hey.
far.
We're
Yep.
bonding.
10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
Better be worth it!
Duncan's not intimidated by you anymore.
Great.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Apologies, Colleen. Apologies, Ramon. For the 15 up, when you guys are heading through the wandering path, this is the wooded area around the Yuletide Glade, the mistletoe meadow that you guys have been to before. There is a heavy, deep, dense fog that is going through the trees and everything. There are pockets of light, which very will-o'-the-wisp-esque. They kind of travel through the fog. From your time in Yule, you know that the path of the wandering is generally consistent with spirits who haven't finished whatever they need to. They're wandering to finish whatever they need to, and then they can move on.
Yeah.
So the path of the wandering, these lights that bob around tend to be just those spirits that are generally very innoxious and harmless, and if you don't mess with them, they don't mess with you. It is usually just pretty easy walk-ins. But amongst these lights, as they move through the fog, not only are they casting the shadows of the trees, but you begin to see other forms, other shapes, humanoid shapes walking amongst the trees. And some of them seem to be keeping pace with you guys, walking kind of parallel amongst, and you see them through the light, and then the light will shift off and they're gone. And then one of the lights will bounce back into area, and you'll see the shape as the light hits it, but maybe doesn't pass all the way through it. You kind of see the glow around it. And these shapes are elongated. These, think very Slender Man. Very long, very tall shapes. And they're not moving towards you, but they are keeping pace with you. Not all of them, just a few. Some of them you see wandering off, and as they get farther, anyone who rolled 15 or higher?
15 perception.
15. Okay. As they wander away from you, so the ones that are not keeping pace with you, as they wander back towards the way you guys came, you begin to see these slender shapes kind of shrink down a little bit, and they begin to form the horns, and the shoulders become more broad, and the feet become more cloven.
Are they turning into the Krampus?
Not the Cram Man.
What were the things that the normal... So I thought that whole description was about the people who had rolled higher than a 15, so what is relevant to those who didn't?
Sorry. Anyone who didn't roll higher than
we didn't see shit.
You didn't see the shapes.
Oh, okay. We saw
the first initial was who saw the shapes. Anyone who did higher than that got to see the
what they were
shaping,
turning into.
What they were turning into as they
No, I
walked
mean
away.
before the not turning into. I missed that whole thing because I thought all of it was stuff that...
Yeah, you guys didn't roll high enough to perceive the first thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Trying to stay on the same page. My bad.
Yeah.
It appears the people running alongside us are turning into Krampuses.
Oh, that's not good. As I take my hero form, because now I'm worried.
But as you guys make your way through the wandering paths, Duncan, you've been on this path for at least 2 of the days that you've been missing.
Yeah.
2, maybe 3.
This path is... You kind of have to know what you're heading towards in order to have a destination. Otherwise, it just wanders on and on and on. And since your destination was only your dad, you kind of got stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Now your friends have joined you. So knowing that thinking of your dad doesn't really get you where you're going, and knowing how the wandering path works, is there something you would like to focus on or ask for your friends to focus on?
I want to kind of focus on 2 things. I want to focus on the Veil of the Lost, and I want to focus on the missing kids.
Okay. And do you explain that to your group?
Yeah, because we already kind of said that the matron kind of pointed me towards the wandering path to get to the Veil of the Lost.
Mm-hmm.
So when I said follow the shitty yellow brick road to get to the Veil of the Lost.
Okay.
So I'd already explained that to them prior to us skedaddling.
Okay.
When Dante was like, "Your mom's forgetting you. We need to go."
And
Gotcha.
I'd like to make sure that it's noted that I try and communicate and look at everyone and go, stay close to me so I can help protect you.
All right, Chris.
If you guys take a good long look at Chris, he does slightly give off a little bit of a gold glow. Just a little bit. Just a small aura.
You may call me Justice, for I give what the Sandman asks of me.
Okay,
Try to
Justice.
like put my fingers through the like aura.
No.
The aura is very light, so you have to get super close to
I
him
know,
to kind of-
Within 10 feet.
Yeah. Well, your aura protrudes 10 feet, but I want to say that the golden glow I kind of give you isn't 10 feet out from you. It's like
cool.
a little
Okay.
shimmer around you to be like, I am magical.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm imagining I'm very invasive right now.
Yeah, Harley gets right up on like the screen of your face and it's
And I'm
like,
like, oh no, don't touch.
All right,
But you're
Duncan,
glowing.
okay.
What are we looking
I'm gonna look at Duncan and be like, are you gonna...
No.
And then I'm gonna take my hammer out of the back of my shirt and just like bang and
Is it like in my brain it's like the kid reveal smoke bombs, pink and blue. Like you bang the hammer and it's like smoke bomb,
and that hammer turns into the big hammer.
and then it clears up and you're just hero form.
All right.
Like it.
So what are we gonna do when we find your dad and all the other kids that are probably in here?
Well, I would assume that we take out the cramp eye and whatever is leading them / controlling them,
Right,
and take
right.
it out, and hopefully that frees them. And if it doesn't, then I think we can kind of work from there.
Right.
But
But how?
I'm gonna be so for real. Hasn't really crossed my mind because I don't really know what I'm working with.
Well-
I know Veil of the Lost, missing kids, missing dad.
But you know Yule. You
Yes.
know
Yeah,
the
this is like your
Krampus.
thing, right?
Yeah, but there
is-
needs to be a means to an end, right? Like if they're taking everybody for this year, like that's not really a Krampus thing to do. Like
Fair.
Krampuses are a little bit more involved in the naughtiness kind of side of things. So the fact that they're taking people that are like really centered with here, yeah, kids tend to be more of that, but this isn't matching the MO. So something's at play here that probably shouldn't be.
Okay, to circle around to my initial question.
We gotta figure out what we're working with before we can bust them out. Because if we're planning for Krampus and it's not Krampus, then we're struggling. Because also, the multiple Krampuses, that's a whole other thing. The fact that there's a plural of Krampus is a problem. Because that's another thing. So we gotta figure out what we're fighting before we can figure out how to fix it.
All right, to circle around to my initial question.
Like,
What deters the Krampus? Since
Oh.
that's what we know we're fighting
sorry,
right
I thought the
now.
initial question was how are we busting everyone out?
No, that we're just gonna do. But we need to work in baby steps.
Okay, sorry. Got a little bit ahead of myself.
Coach always says,
On it,
you work a big problem out by working out the little problems first.
honestly, I think we got it.
Does it,
The shiny golden paragon of I'm gonna do good. I think that's a pretty good Krampus deterrent.
all right. Easy
Other
enough.
than that, I can't believe that we're not. I can't believe we're working with Krampus. There's got to be something else here. But if we are specifically dealing with the Krampus, I think we're covered. But I don't know the full details of what we're walking into here.
Okay.
And I'm sorry if kind of going in half cocked, but that's what I got to work with.
Listen, sometimes you go into an inning without a plan,
Yeah.
and you just make it up as you go.
Improvisation is the best part of planning.
Isn't the
Roll
plan
right, guys,
always
let's
to hit the
go.
ball?
Come on.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So you guys make your way forward down the path, and probably about
Both shorter than me.
15, 20 minutes into your walk, with the goal in mind, with the thoughts pulling you forward, you guys do come to an opening. You come to where the trees will part, and as you guys come up to the edge of the meadow and the fog begins to part, you guys are back in Mistletoe Meadow. So it's the Yule Village. As if you guys had come upon the village from a different angle. This is not the lighted path you guys would have taken from the Vale of Slumber.
Mm-hmm.
This is an alternate route through the Wandering Path. And though this is the Mistletoe Meadow, and you do see the inhabitants bustling around, setting things up, getting ready, it's almost like they've been muted. Everything's at a grayscale. You know? They're solid, but from the visual at a distance, they could be made of fog as well. You know, that's the visual you get. You're looking at ghosts made solid when you come upon this. And as you cross through the fog into the entrance of the meadow, and the entrance, just like if you had walked through the Vale of Slumber, the entrance is this massive straw, circular, reef-like archway, right? That's round all the way around with red ribbon. For Duncan and for Eugene, who has seen the decorations over at Duncan's house, this is very reminiscent of the Scandinavian Yule goat and the decorations there, where the ornaments are made out of straw and wrapped in the ribbon to kind of hold them in place and stuff. And as you cross through that barrier, you hear, as if from across, you know, is it narration of a sort? You hear it come across, and you recognize the voice as one you've heard before, crossing the Vale of Slumber way back in the beginning. So as you pass through, you hear, "Walk straight through a straw reef, bedecked in ribbon, to an evergreen glade, star-flecked and glistening. The trees and the bushes covered with great cheer, with garlands for the birds and fruit for the deer. But the adults, they look angry, and kids underfoot, and the matron seems somber and cranky to boot. He can't have gone missing," she says loud and clear. "Our decorations are stunning, and so is the beer. Something is missing, and something is not right. Otherwise, he would still be here, still in our sight." And as you hear the narration, you see that what was initially just preparation, and we're just getting ready and this is normal, everything else, you see people start to become frantic. You see people start to run. You see them start to check with the others as if, you know, a mother is suddenly acknowledging that she has missed someone, that she doesn't have her child, or there's a husband who has not been seen in a while, and now the wife is beginning to be like, where are they? You know, so they're the casual setting up becomes more of a frantic what's going on, right? And through all of this, you see the matron at the top, and she is you can't hear her, but she's frantically gesturing. She is projecting, she's yelling, she's trying to figure out what's going on, where's everybody at, and you guys acknowledge that this is more like a memory of something that, had you been at Mistletoe Meadow at the right time, this is what you would have seen, would have been a part of. So, you were being shown what happened in Mistletoe Meadow.
Gotcha. This isn't good.
Well, you're expert. What do you think?
We gotta fix this.
you see any of this?
So I figured out what we're working with. And it certainly is the Krampus.
Yeah?
Remember our trip a little while back?
Yeah.
Black Sand?
Yeah, yeah.
Evil Dude? Yeah. Yeah, that's our boy. Guess who's back again? Yeah, it's Pitch. So we gotta... Yeah.
So, you guys all know who Pitch is
Mm-hmm.
as the antithesis to the Sandman. At the current juncture, because you're really lost. When you guys made that...
It's not about that.
Okay, because you guys did hear his voice initially on the first crossover from the Veil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not the thing I'm giving the voice
Okay.
about.
Alright.
I don't know who the fuck your hero form is. So I have no knowledge as to, like, what mission you're talking about. Because I don't know the connection of Duncan to Novus.
Are you saying this out loud, or are you just having this reaction internally and looking at me like I'm a madman?
I'm looking at you like a madman.
Okay, I completely ignore it as I sit here in exposition of we're not dealing with the Krampus and we got to get our shit going. And I start walking up the path.
You're wearing a full helmet on your face, Mr. Chris?
You're a mean one.
What?
Mr. Chris.
I
No, like actually.
We can't see your face, right?
Yeah, no, you can't.
I think that's probably why I completely ignore it, because
I know not of what mission you speak of. I've never met you before.
There's a time and place for us to play the pronoun game. Now is not the time. We gotta fucking go.
I love it. Because when you guys first made the cross into the threshold and you were still in your children form, you totally did introduce yourself and say, hi, I'm Chris.
Yes, you said, hi, I'm Chris, and then boom, paladin.
Yeah, but I don't know the connection for you.
I know, but it's just great because you were like, hi, I'm Chris, boom, I'm a paladin, and you don't know me anymore. I just think it's great. I love it. Somebody animate it.
I just haven't made the connection of Duncan to Novus.
Most haven't.
I know, that's great.
All right. And I'm not changing it because I'm too scared of my dad seeing the twink. So, we're going.
All right, let's follow Duncan, because he probably knows the best way
Folly,
to get there.
Panalas, big snake, smoky bride, that stuff. Let's go.
Yes, I remember you. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Where's the dog?
Been here
From
the whole time.
Okay,
The-
you've been quiet.
From the back of the village through the meadow, through the back of the meadow, you do see the central cooking area behind where the Yule log was. And everything else that was devoid of color, and when it faded away, that still has light in it.
So are we supposed to jump in that, or?
We follow.
I mean, it's a fire pit, I
Following
don't
behind
suggest
if you
it.
don't see it.
Yeah, I probably don't suggest jumping in the fire, but considering there's still some type of color and warmth, I would say that's probably our best bet of finding who's doing all this.
Can I stick my foot in the fire and kick it away?
I love that your answer to everything. Stick my hand in it.
Wait,
You
yeah.
are burned.
Punch!
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You are burned.
I was just
Third
looking.
degree
I know.
burn. all
I know.
over,
Your
all
foot
over.
is singed.
So we're all over here by the fire now? Okay.
Unless somebody doesn't want to be. Eugene,
I'm good.
are you good over there, Peter?
I've also been up since like 2:30.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's fine. We're getting near to the end of the session.
The after
This
is-
I've
is
had those
also
nights
Dom's
before.
moment, so I'm just here for combat. It's nothing that I can add that they don't already know.
Yeah, you could. You could be a nuisance.
Okay, I cast Fireball on us.
So,
I
not
don't
that kind of
acknowledge.
nuisance.
I don't acknowledge.
I figured.
Um,
I just want him to go, oh.
I am going to cast See Invisibility and take a look around and see if anything or anyone pops out to me of trying to get a better vantage of like what we're working with right now.
You cast See Invisibility, and directly around the fire in a kind of half circle, there are 3 chests.
That's ominous.
What do you see with your magic eyes?
3 chests, and I don't know what's inside them. And
kind of scared to open them. Let's see.
You kick the fire and you send your foot, and in your brain you just hear, "That's rather rude, young lady."
Oh.
Well,
I
hello?
Are you looking around?
I'm like,
Where are you looking at? 'Cause you're- yeah.
in my head? Trying to look inside my head?
No,
Actively
no
ignoring Harley. Where are these chests? As I'm kind of like groping around in the general vicinity you're looking at. Am I near, far?
I am going to use my fairy magic,
Alright.
my once per long rest fairy fire, and basically kind of like shove it into the ground so that my my little like starry magic starts to kind of radiate from basically kind of like the fire. So it will enwrap the chests and anything else in the area. Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in a blue, green, or violet light, so it'll be violet. Any creature in the area with the spell cast is outlined if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Cool.
And then...
What color is your fairy fire?
Purple. And the affected creature or object cannot benefit from being invisible.
Gotcha. So, you cast your fairy fire, push it down and out, spread it for the 20 feet cube. The 3 chests alight so that you guys can see the outline of the chests. And above the fire, standing as if she was kind of pillared in it, is a holographic version of the matron.
Oh, hey, long time no see. Found it, I think.
Are you like in the fire?
Well, I am a perception within the flames. I use them to hold this image.
Oh. Alright. Sorry.
The matron knows you in both forms, but she respects your decision to use a specific name or pronoun or whatever. Which name or pronoun or form would you prefer her to?
I'm still in Duncan right now.
Well, I know, but like I told you before, they protect your identity for you. They knew that you were so they knew you were out as Duncan, but do you still want to be called Novus while you're here, or do you care if they use your name?
I think the matron would use Novus, but it's still until further notice, it's still he, him pronouns.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm just my thing is like they know that you are Novus, but I wasn't sure if you had given them your name.
Oh yeah, I don't think I would have. I think the matron actually does know my name, but I think she just still uses Novus as a respect thing.
Okay.
I think she's probably the only one who knows both, other than the Sandman, obviously.
Okay. Sure. So she answers your query. She turns to you, and she goes, "I was hoping that you would make it back to the meadow soon."
Yeah, kind of got a little stuck. Don't know fully what happened, but I think having some support behind me made it a little less anxious.
I'm glad your friends have joined you, but unfortunately I have had to put the meadow under veil of protection. So you will not be able to return there currently.
Oh shit.
I have, and she gestures behind her, left you a few items I hope will help. Please use them.
Yay, they're not dangerous.
I wish you Godspeed. The Yule Goat has been taken.
Not the Yule Goat.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh my god, what if his father did it?
It's fine.
I don't think his father did it.
Okay.
He likes Yule.
Immediately
Went to go get
processing
Yule
all this, I immediately start opening the chest and going like, okay, what do we got?
Yeah. So anyways.
Panic.
Yeah. So
And
as you're looking at it, and she's still trying to give you kind of like the update, and she's letting you know that people went missing, and since you were already there searching for missing people, she kind of like got the hint that things were going wrong, so that's why she shut the veil down, which is why she closed off the meadow.
Got it.
And she's asking you to please check for the children.
Check for the case. Got it.
Yeah. Anyways,
Opening the chest from the opposite direction as you. Working from the other end.
Yeah. Yeah, kids, got it. Okay. This is such a bad angle. I'm only.
So as Duncan begins digging through the chest, what you pull out is several bottles of honey mead.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Which,
Wait, I'm 14.
yeah, it's okay.
And I'm 12.
And
The medieval people did not carry these things. So you pull out several bottles, and by several I mean 5. Which,
That
and
seems oddly convenient.
And you also pull out 2 lengths of red ribbon. You are offered 2 strings of the cranberry popcorn lanyards.
Oh, these look really good.
Yeah, they do have a thing. Don't eat them.
They're good.
Yeah, I get it. I got yelled at so many times as a kid. Just don't eat the fucking fruit.
They're like the perfect.
My
base,
mom will yell at you.
perfect
And you-
base
Stop.
snack.
Stop.
Just saying, they're good out in the field.
Not now.
And there are also
No.
5 horned bands
5
to replace the ones that you guys didn't have when you crossed over.
5 horned what?
Bands.
Bands, got it.
antler bands. Awesome. I'm gonna put one on right now.
You put it on.
Yeah.
So when you put on the antlers,
What horrors do I see?
so when you put on the antlers, because you guys are now in your hero forms, you don't have to have the basis of Arcana to see. And you can tell that the meadow you are in is ringed off in gold. There are runes along the trees that make the outside of the meadow. You can now distinctly see the shadows outside in the mist. So they are outlined almost in a black glow. And the box in front of you, the chests that hold the items, those are also magically glowing, but
Oh.
gold.
Man, everything's lit up like Yule in here.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Yes. You've been in Yule, you know what the Yule stuff does, so I'm not going to make you guys go through the hassle of trying to figure it out for Arcana and all that kind of stuff.
Baller.
You know that the honey meads are healing potions. Greater.
Yummy. And we got 5 of them total.
Yes.
Everybody gets one.
One for you, one for you, one for you.
I was waiting for that.
Yes.
Yes.
The horns are a variation of sea invisibility.
Well, this seems oddly redundant.
I mean, well, you didn't get to see them until you found it, but like your spell's not going to last forever.
No, 100%. I just like, it's like, oh, this would have been great to use instead of burning a spell slot. Please. If only I had been
Is
patient.
magically back.
Yes.
Patience is a virtue, one I do not have.
Yes. The ribbons.
Yes.
This is more of a ritual, and you know this ritual, but the key is that people can't be forgotten. That is when the lost become the forgotten, and it becomes a problem, right? As long as they're lost and someone remembers them, it's okay, but when the lost become forgotten, it's a problem. You know this. You know that the red ribbons tie you guys together. So you know that if you take the end of the ribbon and you tie it to your wrist, and then you take the long end and tie it to his wrist, take the long end, tie it to his wrist, take the long end, tie it to his wrist, take the long end, tie it to her wrist, tie it back to yours. You're now connected in a circle. You then cut the spaces between so that all of you guys still have red ribbon tied to your wrist, but you're no longer connected to each other. But in the ritual of this, you are connected. You know that this will give you the ability to speak telepathically one-to-one. So even if you guys are not visually being seen, you can still communicate to each other mind to mind. But also, as long as you are wearing the ribbon, you cannot be forgotten by anyone else wearing a ribbon.
Gather around, kids.
Why? What's up?
We're gonna do a quick ritual. Everyone, put out your favorite hand. Don't worry, you're not losing it. This is gonna help make sure that what was happening with my mom forgetting me doesn't happen to any of us.
Gotcha.
It is exactly. It is a way for all of us to not have to worry about being forgotten, and that can create a hell of a lot more problems. So, stick out your wrists. Let's get this puppy going.
Start tying.
Does it work on
Start tying.
dogs?
Start tying.
I mean, he has your wrist, whether it's a paw or a hand.
That's fair, I guess. It's just I never really. Was that his wrist or is that his wrist?
Oh Jesus. Okay.
I feel like this is specious.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out dog
Take a rest.
anatomy.
Kumbaya.
You sing a small part of Kumbaya, some of the candles light up.
A very abridged short version of like, okay, let's get this going so I don't get forgotten. I don't have time to do a whole thing.
Yeah. And you know, the ritual is mostly the act of tying someone together with someone else.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like there's a chant or a ritual or anything like that. Once the ribbons have been separated from each other, you guys do now have the ability to speak mind to mind.
And I present that and I go, like, to each of you, now we can do this, now we can do this, now we can do this. Without actually moving my mouth, because we're talking telepathically.
Hi,
I
everyone.
put my hand up to my head. Wow, this is really cool.
Hi, 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 hi.
Oh,
Hi.
jeez.
Mine.
Incredible.
I really hope that y'all don't abuse this.
Bye.
And then the cranberry popcorn necklaces.
Cranberry popcorn necklaces. Those are variations of never-ending rope. They just continue on forever and ever and ever. You think you're at the end of it, and there's not. There's more.
So, are you sure I can't eat it?
I'm not gonna risk getting yelled at for you're trying to eat some shit. So let.
Well, like, as I'm running the rope.
Now is not the time nor the place for this.
Come
You
on.
are,
I stop you. I'm stopping you.
you are so serious. I appreciate that. Okay. Alright, so we took care of the rituals. We all got our honey mead.
Start.
We all got the
bringing
antlers
it all
on.
back up.
Alrighty.
There's one last thing in the box. I didn't tell it to you.
Oh, that's why I'm like.
There's one last thing in the box. I didn't want to get like too androgynous. So the last thing in the box is a ritual candle.
A gun!
It's a ritual candle. Looks very similar to the candle of invocation that you
Okay.
guys picked up in Diwali.
Got it.
But this one is inscribed with protection and travel runes. And you get the feeling that while the other ones have the ability to do the gate spell when they are lit, this one is made specifically.
This is the gate spell.
Yes. This one is specific to a gate spell.
This is our escape rope. All right.
I have a strange suspicion that I'm going to need this.
Oh, definitely.
Out of game question for you.
Yeah.
Did you give us the things that allow seeing visibility, or have you?
Yeah, those are the antlers.
Okay, so you gave us the antlers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I think with the antlers, I think just out of habit and reaction, I think before I even assessed the bottles of mead and everything, I think that was just like instinctive. You get one, you get one. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Okay, I think I just missed that. Thank
No
you.
worries, I got you.
Yeah.
Baller.
Yep.
Go.
Cool
All
beans.
right. Is that everything in there?
Woo!
All good.
Thank you, matron. Is there anything else we should call the matron of Yule, aside from matron? I don't know. The most I learned was from a book.
The matron's just fine. Just don't call her mommy. It gets really awkward.
Mommy.
What did I just fucking ask you?
It's okay.
Come
He's
on,
a dog.
That doesn't change him.
Wolf.
Okay.
Alright.
That's fine. You may call me Lady Izada.
Lady Izada.
If you wish. But the matron is fine. It's my honorific.
I see. Thank you so much for all of these boons.
Yes, I wish I could help more. Unfortunately, this will be as far as I can. Please take care. Protections on this particular version of the meadow are wearing thin.
And I appreciate your help with the protections you're already offering now, and we will do our best to assess things from here.
Alright, let's go kick some shadow.
You fuck.
Real sass.
As the hologram
seriously?
fades down into the
Oh,
fire and the
shit,
fire
I
begins
blanked.
to ember down, you see that the runic protections around the edge of the meadow, the trees, start to flicker. And one by one, as they are flaring, they are dousing. Douse.
Oh, that's not good.
I start to channel my my Twilight Sanctuary as I'm like, I'm waiting for like the last rune to kind of collapse and like for the impact of the shadows, because like I can kind of feel like this is the time where it's like gearing up. Like as soon as all of the runes are down, it's gonna be an onslaught. So I'm just kind of like charging up, waiting for them to start to come in to get the Twilight Sanctuary down immediately and get us ready to go.
Yeah, and that is exactly what happens. The last one fires down, and the fog begins to encroach upon the meadow. You activate
Twilight Sanctuary.
Now that you guys are endowed with the See Invisibility, from the shadows of the trees, from every direction around the meadow, circular meadow, you begin to see these tall, slender man type figures with the elongated arms and legs.
Daddy.
Bald, just pale white. It's one of the reasons you couldn't see them very well in the fog, because they were invisible, but when the light hit them, it hit that white and it kind of caused the shine. So they come charging in, and we're not going to set the board, but that'll be where we end the session for tonight. You guys are coming in to having like pretty much a ring.
We're surrounded.
Pale, elongated, kind of shadowy creatures.
Good job.
Woo!
Do it for the children.
All right.
For my dad.
Until
For the
next
children.
week.
We'll miss you all.
Sorry this one went long.
We are great.
We had a hard time.
Appreciate
You have
good night to
ADHD.
you.
There we go.
Pickles.
Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe.
This is